mama. I don't understand. Listen to what you're saying. I don't understand.
stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. Good morning. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Hi, y'all. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question for this week, a doozy. Really? And I believe someone suggested this, or suggested this biblical question. I don't think it was my idea, but I love it. Does God allow you to suffer? Does God allow you to suffer? That question is so deep. Southern Skies on Rumble recommended this as a biblical question. Thank you, Southern Skies on Rumble. You've outdone yourself. It will be you. Thank you. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show. jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about running around today, this morning, tonight, this evening, tonight, or it's already Saturday morning or Saturday evening in your country, and you can't sit and watch the show, you can podcast the show no matter where you are and what you're doing. You can listen live no matter what you're doing on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. And today, we're going to catch up with all of the coffees. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. All right? So we're going to catch up with all the super chats today. It's Friday. Fridays are open line Friday. And because we love the blacks, and we want to help. We've been helping the blacks all along, I thought, but I understand some blacks, not all, but most, didn't know that or something. So today is Open Line Friday, get it off your chest kind of a day, but it is also Black Friday. That was then. That's the way it used to be, folks, when I was growing up. Good black folks. I love the black. Now,
you make disparaging remarks towards black people.
He black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask.
Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey.
What?
What's wrong with the blacks? What's wrong with the blacks? First you love me, then you hate me. That's the game for a fool. Amazing. So it's a spiritual battle. I want you, for those who want to overcome their hell, this message is only for you. It is not for those that don't want it. Really, you stay in your hell. You stay in your hell. Really, stay in your misery. I'm okay with it. I don't care if my daddy, my mama, my brother, my sisters, my friends, my workers. You have a right to be miserable. And I have no right to be concerned about it at all. Really. And so it's not for you. It's for those men and women, boys and girls that want to overcome. I want you to know, listen up. I want you to know right now, this very moment, you can be free if you want to. Just like that. It's really up to you. Or you can live as an outlaw to life or in life. You can live as an outlaw. It's up to you. But you can literally be free right now. One thing I've noticed that the world, let me tell you this, it's so good. I realized that evil has no power at all. Have you noticed that evil in people has no power or authority at all? Zero. The only thing that evil can do and does do is intimidate. All evil people intimidate. That's all you have is intimidation because you have no power. You have no authority. Evil has been defeated. It has no power, no authority. And what's interesting to me, and the reason I bring this up, I notice that most people are intimidated by other people. And I'm like, what the? And I wonder, why are they intimidated by other people? What people say about them? Are they going to be friends with them? How they feel? Why do they feel they need to protect themselves, defend themselves? Why? Why do you feel that way? There's something in you that needs to be protected or defended. Why do you argue with people? Why do you try to prove other people? I wonder, why are people doing this? And I realize all people who defend themselves, and I'm not talking about physical defense, you protect your body, you don't want to get hurt that way. But I'm talking about psychological, emotionally, spiritual stuff, right? The only reason that any human being defend themselves from another human being, intimidation, is because it's in them too. It's in them too. It's in them. If intimidation wasn't in you, you would never have to try to defend yourself from what and why, right? But it's in you too. That's why you try to defend yourself. I ain't going to do what you said. I don't listen to anyone. I'm my own person. I do what I want. And families fight and everything. I don't care what you think. I got my own mind, they say. They are intimidators. They are evil. And all evil people have no power, no authority, nothing but intimidation. This is how we lost our country. Black people have intimidated white people for 70 years. And because white people don't understand that evil has no power because they are intimidators too inside themselves, they don't know evil has no power. So they've been trying to defend themselves on the run rather than dealing with evil. Why do you think people fight one another? They have no power. Why do you think they gossip and try to hurt one another? The families are treating each other so bad, not through intimidation. Families, friends, workers, the government, nationally and internationally, everybody fighting because they're all intimidated. And everybody fighting back because they're intimidators. They're evil. And evil has no power. Really, if you were to work on yourself, you would start to see these things for yourself. And the only reason you are afraid of evil because you are an intimidator too. If you were not intimidated, you wouldn't be intimidated. You would be free. You would be free. You would be drinking from the glass of truth. You would, but you're not. You're not drinking that fresh spring water that comes down from the mountain and you drink that water. You're drinking the water of intimidation, of evil. Yesterday I said that all depressed people are evil, and they are. 100%. You're evil, you're lonely, you're jealous, you're defensive, you are worried, you're this and that, right? Anxiety, all depression, all suicidal thoughts, all loneliness, all worries, all intimidation come from evil. If you didn't have the spirit of anger in you, which is evil, anger is evil. And the people used to know that, but they changed the word from evil to anger. It used to be called evil. When I was growing up, it was called evil. That person is evil. And then they changed it to, what's that word? It's not anger, hatred or something. They changed the word. And then they finally changed it to anger. But it's still evil. And all evil people, I don't care who you are afraid. All evil people are afraid. And the reason they are afraid is because they're evil and there's no power in evil. And if you paid attention to you would see this, that you are evil and you are afraid. You worry. You think about what people think about you. You're trying to prove yourself to the world. What kind of person would try to prove themselves to other evil people? Think about that. Somebody says something about you, you got to prove to them that they're wrong. Or they just this, or you got to prove to somebody else that what they said is wrong. Think about that. What kind of sense does that make? You're doing that because you're evil. You're concerned about what other people think about you. You're an intimidator. And you have no power. Evil has no power. Christ said, I'm not making this up. Christ said, you know what? The devil has been defeated. He has no power. He has no authority or zero. He told you that, but you didn't listen. He said, it's done. I can go home now. The sting of death has been defeated. There's no death. And yet you're afraid of dying. Oh, a mess, huh? You're afraid of living and you're afraid of dying. You're an intimidator. Anyone that gets angry, I don't care who it is, anyone that gets angry is an intimidator. They have fear and they have no power. When someone is yelling at you or you're yelling at someone, don't you see how weak you are? No, you don't, because you're not paying attention to you. Another thing I wondered about, I'm always wondering, Lord, Pudgy has always been this way, though. This is nothing new. Ever since I was a little kid, I used to wonder, why are you doing that? What's this about? Why is this happening? So I've always been that way. I'm just older now. Not that much older, but older. I've always wondered, why do people think they have to agree or disagree? When God said, neither accept or reject, neither believe or disbelieve, why do people always say, well, I disagree? Oh, I agree. Oh, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? You're lost. You're angry. And you have no power. You are an intimidator. That's why everybody's fighting. In the families are messed up. And at work is messed up. People, you can go to the fast food place now, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to see a fight. Intimidators, they're evil, and they have fear. They're not free. But you can be free right now. You don't have to live as an outlaw to life. Really, you don't. And I want you to pay attention to you. When you are angry and you're jealous, gossiping, you don't wish nobody well. What's up? And watch the people around you. They don't wish you well either. Intimidators. They have fear. And even in the Word, in the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word with God, and God with the Word, and the Word with God. He said that God does not give you the spirit of fear. And yet you love fear. You love anger. You love evil. I don't care what anyone says. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to believe it. You can say whatever you want. Okay with me. But anger is evil. And evil are evil spirits that the world have called depression, suicidal, worry, stress, anxiety. A clear-minded person lives without any of those things. Think about that. A clear-minded person is clear in all things. They don't have to worry or rethink or need approval or anything. But it's an angry, dark mind that does, a depressed person. And then depressed people go to the expert doctors and lawyers with degrees and stuff, psychiatry, and they tell you, oh, well, if you exercise, you won't be depressed. If you eat right, depression comes from the way you eat or don't eat. If you exercise or don't exercise. And you go to the gym, everybody depressed. They sit on the weight bench an hour after they die looking at their cell phone. They're depressed. And they're working out. And some of them have big muscles. And they're still depressed. Working out ain't going to do nothing for depression. Eating right, or what they call right, ain't going to do nothing. You can eat the best expensive food on this side of heaven. You're still going to be depressed. And the reason you're eating is because you're depressed. And food covered it up. God said when you eat to remember and not to forget. What do when you take that first bite? You forget about the truth. And you don't think about the truth anymore until the meal is over. And then you say, oh, I forgot to remember that when I'm eating. You sit down at the table and the father or the mother, most of the time the mama now, let's pray. Lord, bless this food. And Lord, let this food go down the right way. And God, bless Mama for making this food. She did such a nice. Mama put all her sweat into this food. Let us appreciate Mama. Amen. And you take that first bite and you forget about God. You forget about the prayer. You forget about everything because you're eating to forget and not to remember. Most people even forget to stay present because you're evil. You're an intimidator. I promise you this. If you overcome the intimidator in you, you'll never be intimidated by anyone else. It would be impossible because it's in you. You are responsible for what's in your world. Overcome the world by overcoming your world, you'll be free of the world. And you'll be able to go about this world and all hell and the lions and the tigers are coming after you and they're trying to hurt you. They're trying to laugh. They're trying to do that. And you won't feel one thing about it. You won't even give it a thought because it's not in you. So it's not affecting you at all. And they don't know it. You notice how people try to hurt you and when they know you're hurt or they think you are, they laugh. That's a thrill. But if you were not intimidated evil yourself, it won't bother you. You wouldn't even pay attention to it, to be honest, because there would be nothing in you to make you pay attention to the outer world. Amazing stuff, huh? You can be free. It is done. You can have a conversation with people without disagreeing or agreeing. How about just conversating? They're saying that, you're saying this. Why do you say, oh, I disagree? Oh, I agree. Oh, this makes sense and that makes sense. What's wrong with you? You're evil and you can't see and you don't know it because you've been taught wrong by your mama, your daddy, the schools, the preachers. And the one thing you're going to find out when you overcome evil and as you overcome evil too, that you were never evil. That is so deep, I don't know what to do. You were never evil. Evil was in you. It made a home in you. And you identified with it when you were young because no one told you, hey, don't get mad. Don't be angry. Speak up or don't be angry. And you identify with evil. And you now say, I am lonely. I am depressed. I am suicidal. I am this and I am that. You identify with evil. And it's not you at all. I promise you it's not you. That's why God ain't mad at you. God is not mad at you because God knows, and you will too if you work on yourself, that you are not the things that you're calling yourself. And so I encourage you, do what you want. Start right now dropping all titles. You're not your job. You're not a doctor. That's what you do. You're not a lawyer. That's what you do. You're not a politician. That's what you do. You're not a preacher, pastor, pope, bishop, prophetess, prophet, bomb, or alcoholic, or drug addict. You're none of those things. You do those things, but that's not who you are. Why not live a life without any identity at all? It's going to blow your mind. Really, it really will. Do what you want with this. Those who want to be free, I don't care what you've done in your life, it was never you. The world going to judge you because they're evil, but God is not holding anything against you. Nothing. I don't care if you robbed a bank, molester, abuser, whatever they want to call you, drunk, whatever. It was never you. But you didn't know that because you are an intimidator. You are evil. Really. But do what you want. You can choose to stay an outlaw to life, or you could be free. You really can be free right now. Just be free. But you don't want to. Most people won't even work on themselves. They'll work on themselves for a little while, and then they get tired and say, you know what? Don't listen to that. You got your own mind. You don't agree with that. You don't have to agree with that. You be like, I don't agree with that. Ain't nobody ask you to agree with it. What's wrong with you that you feel like you need to agree or disagree? But you listen to the evil in you and the evil in other people saying, yeah, child, you're right. That person wrong. You have your own mind. You ain't got no mind. Nobody have their own mind. What kind of sense does that make? Of yourself, you can do nothing. Of yourself, you don't know what you want. Of yourself, you don't know what you need. Of yourself, you don't even know what to ask God for. But yet, you think you have your own mind. Can it get any dumber than that? And the reason you think that because other people told you while growing up, you got your own mind. They define you. And they're doing it in the wrong way. They're giving you wrong identities because they too are asleep. You have asleep people leading sleep people, and they both fall into a ditch. What a mess! I want you to know, evil people are intimidators because they have fear. They have no power. Zero. And you have none if you're an intimidator. If you have anger, you are evil. Evil is anger. Get rid of the evil, you get rid of the anger. If you don't have evil, you can't have anger, dummies. We're not dummies. Crazies. But do what you want. Everything has been done for you. You don't need to figure out anything. You don't need a life plan. You don't need this or that. You don't even need to know God. And then you shall know God. But anyway, I want to give you an example of evil. This is just one small example. Evil can be a person that's smiling in your face. Evil could be a nice mama that seems so humble and nice. Matter of fact, those are the worst mamas. Because she seems like she cook, she clean, she take care of the children. And dad is so mean. Why dad is so mean to mama? And mama's so nice. And mama drive daddy crazy and turn his children away from him in that nice, phony, evil personality. But you call mama was good. I don't understand why daddy treat mama that way. You don't know what mama doing to daddy. Daddy knows, but you don't know because you ever decided took side with mama. ABC is reporting that Dylan McDougal, 28, can be seen, ABC News, can be seen attacking a TSA officer at Miami International Airport in December. And authorities says he also randomly attacked another passenger once through security. Watch this.
The surveillance video is shocking. Watch the man wearing a light blue t-shirt start swinging at TSA officers at Miami International Airport. It happened in late December of last year. First, he tries punching one officer but can't connect. Another officer then jumps in, bringing the attacker to the floor. The man keeps punching, despite being pinned, hitting that officer at least 3 times. He's held down until a Miami-Dade police officer can arrest him. Authorities saying that was 28-year-old Cameron Dylan McDougal of Toronto.
McDougal must have black fatigue. I think he has black fatigue. McDougal also randomly attacked another passenger attacked another passenger and is facing up to 2 years in prison. Watch this.
And that was not his only altercation. According to prosecutors, after passing through security, McDougal randomly attacked another passenger without warning and allegedly struck an airport security guard who tried to step in. That's when he doubled back to security and went after the other officers. McDougal was only in Florida in the first place because of another fight. 1 day earlier, while on a Copa Airlines flight from Panama City to Toronto, authorities say he physically struck another passenger on board and the pilot diverted to Miami.
There's no right to fly. And if you're violent in an airplane, then the airline has a right and a responsibility to make sure that you don't fly on their airplanes.
McDougal pled guilty in federal court to multiple charges. He faces up to 2 years in prison and will be sentenced on Friday.
McDougal, he is every human being on earth. You're the same way. You're an intimidator because you're evil. Anyone that has anger is evil. Anyone that has depression is evil. If you weren't angry, if you were not evil, you can't be depressed. Think about that. And you're only depressed because you're separated from truth, from life. You need to go back home to the Father. Salvation, freedom is about a return to the Father. 888-7753-773. Quick break. Back in a moment.
I just want to say thank you for everything that you do. You've absolutely changed my life for the positive, and I just want to thank you. I was 29-year-old beta, living at home with my mom, and just was living in fear and doubt, and I couldn't hold down a job. And then I found you, and I started listening. I started just being more at peace, and I forgave my mom, and I forgave my father. And it's like right after that, everything just changed in my life, and I was able to get a good job, and I moved out, and I live on my own now, and everything has just changed. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for spreading that message. It really is a positive message.
Amazing. That's good, man. I want people to know God loves us in ways that there are no words to express, because you have nothing to compare it to, right? Stay with the silent prayer. You haven't seen anything yet. It gets better. (888-7753) 773-888-77 Jesse. So let me tell you about today's schedule. It's going to be amazing. If the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. At 9 a.m., the Hake Report.com. The Hake Report from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. Get ready. On fire. Good hair. He doesn't have that good hair for nothing. And then at 11 a.m. this morning, a brand new episode of The Fallen State. It's a replay that we did, 7 years ago? 8 years ago? But it's good. It's new to you. I had an amazing conversation with Duck Commander Phil Robertson. What do you mean by it's extended version?
It's an extended version.
What?
It's an extended version.
What does that mean?
It means it's longer than the original.
Oh, nice.
Episode.
I had an amazing discussion with Duck Commander Phil Robertson. And he's the star of A&E hit reality TV series Duck Dynasty. Watch this.
I don't think we have a teaser for that.
Huh?
We don't have a teaser for that?
Oh, you don't have it yet?
I don't think we have one for that.
Oh, we don't have a teaser? Derek, do we have a teaser for it? Derek said we do, but he didn't get it to you. He black. What a mess. Let me know. We'll come back to it. And then after that, at 11 a.m., the American Anchor Baby. On fire. And the American Anchor Baby has some new and exciting stuff coming up for you, too. Give it time, though. Oh, he's working on it. He ain't the American Anchor Baby for nothing. He's working on it. Working hard for the money. Amazing, huh? Here is the teaser for the FallenState.tv with Phil Robertson. Watch this.
Derek said it's ready, but you have to wait for Joel to say it's ready.
Oh, okay. What a mess. My producer black.
But Nick says it's
ready. Is it ready now? Yeah. Okay.
Next time on The Fallen State.
You know, I've been watching you and seeing how much you love what's right.
I don't know, Jesse. I'm looking around at America. It's a sad thing to watch.
Evil, or the lie, which is of evil, seem to be winning on every end.
There's one race on this earth, the human race.
And growing up, we knew this.
I mean, you got it down with that order thing. Jesse, you mess with that, you end up seeing what we now have.
I agree.
And I just hope we can all come together as a nation, love God and love each other. Give me a break.
Amazing. May his soul rest in peace. I am so happy I had a chance to meet him, talk to him, understand him. It was amazing. At 11 a.m. Pacific time today. You can also be a member, become a member of the fallerstate.tv right there on the YouTube channel or locals.com. Support us in that way, all right? So a busy show today. And Joel Friday is not here on Friday, even though his name is Friday. He only do Monday through Thursday. Maybe we should name his name Joel Thursday. Maybe. I'm going to smoke on that one. All right, so no Joel Friday. Check him out. You can podcast the shows, though. JoelFriday.tv. All right, let me take some calls here. Open line Friday. Let me go to Joseph out of California. Joseph, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse. This is my second time calling you. I was able to go ahead and catch you in about 30 minutes, but you're talking about stuff that I always have on my mind, about evil and stuff like that. And I guess what's been on my mind lately is just the whole idea of Christian discernment.
Okay. And what do you mean? Is that a question or a statement?
Oh, just like your opinion on, being able to, a Christian, being able to go ahead and recognize, when someone has evil intentions towards you.
Well, all human beings have evil intention toward you until they start to overcome. But you wouldn't think about that or be bothered by it if you were to overcome the evil in you. You only focus on the world because inside of you, you're worldly. You've identified with evil. If you overcome the evil in you, you would never think about it. You would not think about the evil in others, but you will be aware of it because that's how you're protected from evil.
Yeah.
God allows you to see it.
Yeah.
Have you overcome the evil in you?
Yeah, I believe so.
And why do you believe you have?
I believe it because the thing is that, I only wish to go ahead and create peace with others and to, I guess, help them go ahead and find Jesus.
No, when you have not overcome evil, you cannot help anyone find Jesus. You cannot have peace with others. None of those things. You only want peace with the truth.
Okay.
You can't help anyone. Your own adult children, your own mama, your daddy, your wife. You can't help anyone. Only those persons or that individual can help themselves by recognizing that they're evil. Anger is evil. Depression is due to anger, which is evil.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, I do believe that, I'm not too sure if you're familiar with...
Are you doing the silent prayer?
Oh, no, I need to look that up.
Oh, Lord. So are you practicing being present with the truth at all times?
I believe so.
Okay. But do the silent, how you practice doing it? Do the silent prayer.
Okay.
RebuildingAman.com/silent prayer. RebuildingAman.com/prayer. Call me when you do it. Let me know what you think about it, all right?
All right, thank you. You have a good one.
You too. Oh, amazing. 888-7753-773. Bobby out of Florida. Bobby, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
What's up, Pastor Jesse? Brother Jesse, what's up, brother?
All is well. You can call me Jesse.
Okay, I'll go with Jesse. Because I really love listening to you now every day. I've been listening to you for a decade. Off out Jones, and then when you've been on shorter. But let me get to this. Okay, righteous.
Are you on a speakerphone or something?
No. I try to do my best. I'm just on a regular cell phone. I could get my mic and all of that set up.
Just speak. Hey, just speak right into the phone and a little louder. That's all.
Okay, listen. I have to open up all my windows, turn the fan on, go to my room. I got this thing going on with my neighbors. So that's why, I don't know if it sounds like I'm whispering over. So I had to open up the living room window. It's a one-bedroom apartment. Okay? All right. So I got to lose your neighbors, Mr. Jesse.
You got what?
loser neighbors.
Loser neighbors, okay.
Okay, so listen.
And what's a loser neighbor?
Mama OD, white mama, the head rat, okay? It's her and her 2 kids, and they're like 24 and 27, and they all live next door.
And
okay?
what does that have to do with you?
Because I had to live right next door to them. And it did have nothing to do with me until they started to try to mess with me.
In what way?
Okay, so do you want to go back 3 years or just go back?
No,
to
give
where,
me because of time. Give me what way? Just a few words or so. How are they messing with you?
Okay, all right. So, I was singing a Christian song in the shower. It was a Christian song and praying, okay, in tongues in the shower.
Oh God!
And they called the police on me.
I don't blame them. They thought you were crazy.
A noise complaint. Okay, but I never called. I have 5 or 6 noise complaints on them. I never called a noise complaint on them or bothered them.
Were you praying out loud in tongue?
Yes, I was. In the shower. And that's why it really, really upset me. That's why, because I'm just trying to do good. I just lost over 235 pounds, Ms. Jessie, over the past 18 months now. I really changed my life around.
Why do you pray in tongue? What made you do that?
I always pray in tongues. That's
what
I was always raised up to, because the Holy Spirit and Pentecostal Holy Ghost, brother. I just can't help myself when I get in that spirit, brother. It just stop. I can't stop it. I can't help myself. I start, praying, dear God, please forgive me. I love you, Jesus, and then it just overtakes me. And I can't stop it. I can't help myself.
When you're praying in tongue, you're praying to the devil.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
What do you mean?
It has nothing to do with God. God never told you to pray in tongues.
Oh, hold on. I got to deal with neighbors. Mr. Jesse, I got a lot we're dealing with, brother.
Right.
Okay, and listen, I used to call radio shows. I'm a radio.
So let me tell you this.
I got a call.
Bobby.
Yes, sir. And I got another day and call Monday.
Bobby, as of right now, stop arguing with your neighbor. Don't argue with them when you see them. Just go in and out of your home. Don't argue with them. Don't be mad at them. Just live your life. You don't have to participate in evil with another person. Just work on you. So stop arguing with them and you'll be fine.
I got to move unit. I can't live next to them.
Have you told the manager you want to move to another unit?
Now I have. We haven't had this in 13 months.
Okay. Well, then, good. So forget about your neighbor and just work on you, all right?
Yes, sir. And I'm going to keep calling.
Right on. Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. Super chat. Nice. Are you an intimidator, Hake?
Big time.
Super chat.
Super chats.
And why?
Why am I an intimidator?
Yeah.
I just fall into the role. It's terrible.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
Super chat.
Ben, now a member. Freedom I've never known before. Thanks, Jesse and crew. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it.
Thank you. Amazing.
Nice.
Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it.
3 coffees from Eric. Teenagers are so easily influenced, they can't see their acting out their movie.
But teenagers are just like adults. There's no difference. Believe me. Amazing. Thank you.
Jack, to support Jesse Little Business. Oh, I already read that one.
Yeah. How's your little business? Amazing. Thank you. Well, for those who just heard about my show or just started listening, that came from with black people, especially black women, because they're jealous of men. And if you have an empire, you start your business and you build an empire, and they hear about it, and they're like, I heard about your little business. How's your little business? Because of their jealousy. So that's how that started. Amazing.
Javon Jones on the biblical question.
Does God allow you to suffer?
Yes. When we take on identities of the world, deviate from God's words on how to live, suffering comes based on decisions made to navigate the world. Not really us who's suffering, it's more of the false identities and egos of the world. Now that I think about it, I don't even know what suffering outside of the ego looks like. He definitely allows the ego to suffer and die, but once it's gone, who are we to suffer? Maybe we've never suffered.
Is this a response to the biblical?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's part of his I felt like I wanted to read more of his non-pithy 3 coffees.
Oh, okay.
Out of appreciation for the 3.
Right on.
Kurt, 3
Thank
coffees.
you very much, and I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. Amazing.
John 12:25.
So I don't know if you still believe it or not, but thank you.
Yeah, he started out saying he doesn't cause us to suffer, but he does allow it. And then at the end of the long paragraph, he's like, oh. Kurt, 3 coffees. Anyone who loves their life will lose it, while anyone who hates their life in this world will keep it for eternal life. John 12:25.
Amazing. Deep. Thank you.
3 coffees from Eric. In the truth, I never suffer. Anger blinds me to the truth. Children yearn for their fathers because they yearn for the truth. Without the truth, you're blind. JLP.
That's for sure. You have all of us, really, until you truly start to wake up, you don't know the depths of blindness. What's so weird to me, it's not weird anymore, but it used to be weird when I first started waking up, that all human beings are truly living an illusionary life, and they're delusional and don't know it. Isn't that like crazy that you can spend a whole lifetime living an delusional life? That's mind-blowing, but thank you.
Charles, hey, Jesse, me and my wife. Oh, yeah, I already read that one about the using WhatsApp.
Yes.
Tim, I already read that one. Thank you, Tim Scott, over on the...
Yeah, you read that.
On the thing.
You want me to come back to
No.
you?
Adler says, thanks for all you do, staying with it.
Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it.
Frederick, James Hake, what is a global homo?
Yeah,
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying globo homo.
And what is it?
Because when they say, oh, global temperatures have risen and global this and global that, I'm talking about global homo because they're trying to make the whole world just like them.
He says that during the hate news, not the fake news.
Globalist homogeneity. They want everybody to be just like them.
Amazing. Thank you.
Philip, God does allow you to suffer. He sent Christ so that you can recognize and overcome the evil in you. Jesus tells us to deny ourselves daily. If you don't suffer, how can you see? Who told you that you were naked? My ego.
Amazing. That's a response to the biblical question. Thank you, and I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Angban Art, what does it mean to suffer?
Is that a response to the biblical question?
Nope.
I can't tell you that. Not now. I gotta wait till Sunday. Oh, don't you try to treat me.
Indeed.
What now? You gotta get up early in the morning to treat me.
Based Nation.
Thank you, though.
Very generous Based Nation Rumble rant. It's Christ flew to heaven day today in Sweden. It's a holiday, meaning yesterday.
Amazing. Thank you.
Well,
nice.
happy Christ flew to heaven
Is
day.
that real or he just said it?
It's real. Why would he say it?
There's a day
If it were a
called
lie.
Fly Flew to Heaven Day?
Christ flew to heaven day.
Is that a real day? Or
Yes.
everybody celebrate that day?
I believe it because I read it in the chat, and it's a super chat from Based Nation.
Amazing.
He's never steered me wrong.
Right on. Thank you, Based Nation. I never heard of that, but thank you.
Commander Kim Blacksby, like, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Blacks don't build, blacks don't give nothing back to nobody except the lawyers.
Black fatigue. Thank you.
Gen C, 20 coffees, very generous. The rest of the parents of the LA warehouse party goers. Their parents forgot to do their jobs.
That's for sure. What a mess.
Yesterday we were talking about the LA people causing havoc.
Yeah. You if you want to know what the parents are, look at the children. Really. What you see operating through the children now in America and around the world, it came from the parents. They became like their parents. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. 3 coffees, my baby, my baby, my baby. Give me money. I mean, justice. Give me a big pile of justice. Money bags.
Amazing. Thank you.
That black gal talking about her baby, or I don't know if she's black, who was body slammed, a teenage girl.
Oh, yeah.
A baby.
What a mess.
And
That's
you were
my
laughing.
baby.
I feel like you were laughing.
I was laughing.
Oh yeah, make sure your back hurts. You say your back hurts.
Yeah. And I knew that was coming too, and she said it. My back. I remember, well, I ain't going to tell that story. Go ahead. I'll have time.
Elijah with a diamond. Thanks for nothing, gay Elon robot boy.
No, he did an amazing job. He just surprised what he reckoned Elon did, that the government, the politicians don't really want to change. And that's where the struggle is. Thank you.
By the way, Ascension Day in Sweden is the 40th day of Easter. It occurs 39 days after Easter Sunday, Christ Flying Day.
Oh, okay. Deep. I had never heard of that. Thank you.
Subjugator, what do you think of the KKK?
I don't think anything of that. I don't even know if they're still around.
I know.
So I don't ever think of them. As a matter of fact, I did get a call from David Duke a couple weeks ago, and it was nice to hear from David.
And he left the KKK decades ago.
Right. It's interesting, too. A lot of the things that David says is true.
Yeah.
I remember when David was younger, he ran for government and all kind of stuff, and the world attacked him. And I used to think, why are they attacking David? Because he's telling the truth. What he said is true, but they attacked him because they hate him, and they say he belonged to the KKK.
Yeah.
What a mess. Thank you.
Elijah with a diamond. Bible says Earth is immovable and sitting on pillars. And Cactus Eater Bear says circle and sphere are two different things. He black.
Is he a black earther? I mean, is he a flat earther?
I don't know.
A black
They
earther.
sound sort of like a flat Earth.
Who is that?
Elijah about the immovable sitting on pillars. Earth.
Elijah, are you a flat earther? What the?
And then Cactus Eater Bear about circle and sphere are two different things.
Thank you, Are you a flat
Allegedly.
earther? My producer's a flat earther. What the?
Indeed.
This is second producer I've had back to back that are flat earthers.
One white
And
or
one
Irish
black.
and one black.
Amazing. Thank you.
Shout out to Elijah, Bill West, Games for Rec, Cactus Eater Bear, Greenwall, Coffee Talk with Sandra, Kid Combo 1, Groovy Monkey, Cha Money, Potleaf for the support as always, guys and gals. Guys includes gals. Nice. Soul Conscious 5 Coffees. Jesse, biblical question? No. I only suffer if I get lost in my thoughts. The imagination causes all the suffering.
Amazing. Thank you. Hold it there.
All right, we'll read the rest later.
I want to take some calls just before the break here, and we're going to keep it moving today. I want to come back to the Super Chat Hake because I want to get through them all today. And I can't take a call right now. When I come back, straight to the phones, folks. Michelle Obama said something that Big Mama Michelle, that is interesting. I'm going to give that to you, too, when I come back. A quick break, 2 more hours to go. I can't believe that hour went by just like that. Hate news, not the fake news. And I'll be back in a moment. Now, I totally disagree with the way things are going, but you can't be angry because that's what the enemy wants. He wants to control you. They do things to make you mad so they can control you. It's like being married. And the wife would do things to make you mad, or she'll do things to make you feel good. And men do that to women too when they want something from the woman, especially sex. They'll make her feel good or they'll make her angry. And the woman's gonna have to say, you don't want to be angry. You want to speak up. You want to disagree with what's going on. It's wrong, but do not be angry. Then you won't have fear. You won't have doubt. You won't have worries. You'll be able to see, but you got to stay away from anger. That's why you must forgive your mothers and your fathers so that you can overcome the spirit of anger. It's a spirit and it's wicked. Nothing good in anger because it has no love, folks. You need love to defeat evil. And love is not a weakness. It's a strength. It's from God. It's His nature.
A whole lot of mess. mess going on in the world. Some Indian kid, supposedly American Texas kid, won the spelling bee. Congratulations, 13-year-old. Those overachievers. And wildfires from Thanks a Lot, Canada. Learn how to take care of your stuff so your wildfires don't go so out of control. And Israel-Hamas ceasefire coming back? We'll see. This is the end of hour 1 of Black Friday. Hey. It's Friday, May 30th, AD 2025. The lines are full. You can call in every so often, okay? Every so often, just call in just to see if a line opens up. Or as you hear Jesse Lee wrapping up with another caller, you can call in for a good chance to get on hold, to get on air with Jesse Lee in the coming hours. But first, it's Hake News, not fake news. Jade Walker of Call Me Nonsense Network says CONGRATULATIONS. Congratulations, Faizan Saki. Pardon me if I'm butchering your name. I probably won't know how to spell it. 13-year-old from Allen, Texas. I've heard of Allen, Texas. Won the 2025 Scripps National Spelling Bee. Thursday night. Zaki is his last name. He's competed in the annual contest 4 times since he was like 9 years old, I guess that would be, right? 13, 12, 11, 10 years old. 4 times, right? 13, 11, 12. Yeah. He came in second last year, and he came in first, the worst, this year. Nice. The Canadian provinces of, those are like states, okay? Manitoba and Saskatchewan, something like that, right? I've learned how to pronounce that before, have declared states of emergency due to a series of wildfires. The blazes began Monday in Saskatchewan. By the way, I don't know if it's their fault, but in California, I'm pretty sure it's the Californians' fault, California wildfires. They've rapidly expanded in size, prompting the evacuation of more than 18,000 people. The intensifying fires also beginning to send hazardous smoke toward the United States. Thanks a lot, Canada. This is like the 3rd time that I've heard news like this, at least the 2nd in recent years. As of Thursday, just over 160 wildfires burning across Canada, and about half were uncontrolled. Collectively, communist buzzword, they have burned more than 1.56 million acres. That's 1,560,000 plus 40% above the 10-year average for this point in the year. Of across past 10 years, the average, this is 440% of that. Crazy. According to the National Resources Canada, above average fire weather severity is forecast for almost all of Western Canada, in June and July. So pray for the Canadians and pray for the Americans who have to breathe their dirty, smoky air coming into our country. We should annex them as the 51st state. Sweet. Maybe 51st and 52nd. Israel, Hamas, pardon me, I shouldn't have done that so aggressively. Israel has accepted a new ceasefire proposal with Hamas from U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff, which includes the release of 10 living hostages, because what good are the dead ones to us? Not that much, Anyway, and 18 deceased hostages. Okay, all right, I guess they are good. As well as a 60-day truce, 6-0. Although Hamas said the latest framework doesn't respond to any of our people's demands, foremost among which is stopping the war and famine, the militant group offered 3 counterpoints. 1, Hamas will agree to the release of the hostages in a 60-day ceasefire if the United States can assure negotiations over a permanent ceasefire will continue. Humanitarian assistance and IDF pullback. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP. Hour 2. I think. Yeah.
have to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. Excuse me. The man. I am Justin Lee Peterson. Welcome to the second hour of the show today. You can get involved by calling 888-7753. 773 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, does God allow you to suffer? Does God allow you to suffer? Have you ever wondered about that? A lot of people talk about it, though. It's interesting. Does God allow you to suffer? If you're running around and can't sit and watch the show and you wish I could hear it live, you can. No matter where you are and what you're doing, no matter where you are in the world. You can podcast, but you can be listening on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. All right? It's Friday. It's Open Line Friday. Get off your chest Friday. And it is Black Friday. I love the blacks.
You do make disparaging remarks towards black people.
Be black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask.
Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey,
what?
What's wrong with the blacks? What's wrong with the blacks? It's the same that's wrong with all people. Every human being on earth. Anger, which is evil. Their hearts are wicked. And the only way they're going to overcome, they as an individual got to admit. God said, confess your sin, meaning confess that you're evil. I am angry or evil, which is the same thing. They just dressed it up. And it's the blacks and all people that want to be free can, as if, pull away from the crowd and as an individual confess that you're evil. You don't even have to say it to the world if you don't want to. But admit, and then go and forgive your mothers and your fathers, and you will be forgiven by God. Don't ask human beings for forgiveness. You apologize for being angry at them, and then God will forgive you. Human beings do not forgive. Even in the Bible, there's nowhere when God said, go and ask somebody for forgiveness. It's not even in the Word. And human beings do it because they've been told to go and forgive. Because the teachers have told you the wrong thing. Forgiveness means to admit that you are wrong for judging. All angry people judge. Really. And they can't help it. Because Satan is their daddy. So if you want to be free, and it's up to you, go and forgive your mothers and your fathers, and God will forgive you, and He will make you free. Really. He will make, it ain't going to happen no other way. You can read the Bible, you can quote the scripture, you can read the Quran, you can do all the Allah stuff, you can read the Jewish Bible, you can read Muhammad Bible, you can read the Mormon Bible, the Catholic Bible, you can go to church, you can pay tithe, you can feed the hunger, you can have degrees up the yang, and you're still afraid because you're evil. And not you, but evil made a home in you. What mess, huh? I want to quickly show you what Big Mama Michelle said. Hake, can you come here for a minute? I really want to see what Hake think about this. He doesn't know what I have to say about it. I haven't discussed it yet. But Big Mama Michelle is the wife to the fallen Messiah, Barack Obama. And some of you know she has her own little podcast thing going on there. And she's been saying some stuff that I'm really not surprised she think this way. I think some people are surprised, but not me. I may not know, but I know black people. And so I'm not surprised. Big Mama Michelle, and I want Hake, because Hake is one of the experts here on the show, on Jesse Lee Peterson show. Here's a clip from Michelle Obama's, where Michelle Obama talked about how hard life is to be married to a man who is getting more fame and respect than she is. Watch this from X.
There was a line of people waiting to shake hands with our respective husbands,
Okay.
you know, people like reaching over our heads and spilling water on us, trying to get to these two, you know, illustrious men, you know, and she had the same look on her face as I did. Like, here we go, you know? And I looked over at this beautiful woman. Did we even have a conversation?
Not until later in that afternoon. And that
So
was.
you hadn't met?
We hadn't met.
You just
this
saw
was, you know,
each
kind of
other
But I
at the
just
table.
saw the
Yeah.
look on her
Yeah.
face, which expressed the sentiments that I felt, which was
Pissed off.
I think that was Eric Holder's wife with the bald head. Huh?
You're talking about that
woman that's sitting
that
at the
light
other end
girl?
of the table?
He's married to is that a white woman?
I think she's mixed. I'm not sure. But I believe that was Eric Holder. Is that Eric Holder's wife?
You're asking the wrong people. Maybe.
Oh.
I'm about to find out for
Nick
you.
may know.
But I'm
I
trying to
believe
give
that
you a
was
good
Eric
look at
Holder.
it.
Yeah, short-haired lady.
Trying to
Yeah,
give
she
you a
does
good
look
look.
kind of mixed in this blurry picture that I'm looking at.
Does it say Mrs. Holder?
Dr. Sharon Malone Holder.
Yeah, that's Eric Holder's wife. And Eric Holder used to be something like Attorney
You
General.
recognized her or something?
What?
You recognized her or something?
No.
How'd you know this?
I saw this
Clip elsewhere.
clip somewhere else, and they mentioned this is Eric Holder's wife.
Short-haired gal.
Yeah, I had never seen her before
Me
that I'm
neither.
aware of.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Eric had a wife.
Me neither.
What now? So what do you think about what Big Mama Michelle said?
It's so charming. And
So I think she was talking about this woman and her with Barack Obama.
Oh, I had assumed that it was she was talking about Dr. Jill Biden. But
I assume.
Yep.
She may have been. I don't know.
Yeah,
Because
no,
I didn't hear what she said.
I could be wrong.
What do you think?
I thought that it was charming, but I don't think she's joking.
You're not
And I don't
joking.
know if she I don't know if she actually knows that the other woman was necessarily thinking the same thing.
Right.
She might have been. She might totally be right about that.
Girl spirit.
Mm-hmm. But she might be just projecting her own hatred and envy on the other woman too. Like, oh yeah, we're all like eye roll. These men. I know Barack. He's not that much. He's not that.
And she probably up there, and Barack ain't all that.
Yeah, that's what the phrase I was looking for.
What do you think about that, Joel? Joel, another expert on the show, he black.
Yeah, it seemed like a little bit of jealousy that she had.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Jealousy.
Like why she don't get all the attention, he gets all the attention, and yeah, that's what it seemed like to me.
What? Did you get the same? What did you see it? How do you see it? Hate. I mean, not hate, but Anchor Baby. Another expert.
She revealed herself when she said, "This illustrious man." I'm like, "What? That's your husband you're talking about? Do you remember who you're talking about?" You're like, illustrious man. Like, I wonder what Barack Obama thinks. I really would love to know what he truly thinks
Barack
when he
is a
sees
beta.
this.
I know. Michelle, I mean, women are jealous of men. Because of their relationship with God. Here's a clip of Michelle Obama saying, least important things about a woman's reproductive system is that it produces life. Watch this.
So many men have no idea about what women go through, right? We haven't been researched, we haven't been considered, and it affects the way a lot of male lawmakers, a lot of male politicians, a lot of male religious leaders think about the issue of choice as if it's just about the fetus, the baby. But women's reproductive health is about our life. It's about this whole complicated reproductive system that does the least of what it does is produce life.
What do you think?
The least of what it does. I think that was a slip of the tongue. But actually, she sounds like she means it. And that's kind of like how Obama talked too.
Yeah.
Her husband.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, if my girls make a mistake, because he has daughters, I wouldn't want them punished with a baby. That's how they see it, as a nuisance.
She sounds like a bearded woman to me.
Yeah.
This female been in the White House as the first lady of the greatest country on this side of heaven, and she still sounds bitter.
Because that stuff doesn't make you happy.
It doesn't at all. It sure didn't make her happy. But at least the other women seem, the so-called first ladies, look like they still go out and just kind of fake it.
They knew to pretend to be a little bit more
like first lady, like.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna come out of the White House and they'll be bitching about how bad things are and all that. They show a little class.
Black women are encouraged to.
Oh yeah.
To do that word you said.
What word? I forgot what I said. What did I say?
To boop itch.
What?
What? I can't say it. Stop making me. Get the camera off me.
I forgot what I said. What did I say?
Don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand.
They're always complaining.
What?
Complaining and feeling like a victim and feeling entitled and yapping and being.
That's what I said.
B-words.
Complaining.
Something to that effect.
But what did I say exactly?
I can't repeat it. I'm a Christian. I'm one of those Christians who was raised after feminism destroyed that word. You know what? She looks like she lost weight. Looks kind of fit. Mildly attractive. Anybody? I know I'm right. Anyway. Shout out. Okay, you want to move on? It's true. You're not supposed to have more than 7 seconds of dead air, Jesse. Sweating here.
Try to get to the truth. He's complimenting Michelle Obama.
It's your show.
Derek, my producer, said, Barack is such a lucky man. Michelle got issues. That's amazing, though, to me that you could be in the White House as First Lady. Your husband is the President of the United States of America and still come out bitter.
Yep.
That goes to show you ain't going to get no peace through the world. And it doesn't come with positions and money and things and places and what you have or don't have, or even having the husband of the United States of America. She still doesn't have that. Didn't bring her peace.
Crazy.
Insane. Let me go to Lamont out of New Hampshire. Lamont, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Yes, give me a second, please. I gotta take off this Bluetooth.
All right, hold on. Let me know when you're ready. I'll come back to you. Let me go to Olivia out of Hawaii. Let me know when Lamont is ready. There, let me know. Olivia, welcome to the show out of Hawaii.
Good morning, Jesse.
Hey, Olivia.
Hi.
I used to date a girl named Olivia.
Really?
As a matter of fact, she was when I went up to Indiana, Gary, she was my first girlfriend.
Wow.
When I went to Indiana. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. It's a very pretty name as well.
That's why I remember it, because I thought her name was a really nice name, Olivia.
Wow. Wasn't that you got a caller once that said your first girlfriend died? Is that
No, that was Ruthie.
Oh.
She did. That was my very first girlfriend down in Alabama.
I see. I hope her soul rests in peace.
May her soul rest in peace.
Mm.
Gerald, did you know when we used to date and I went over, when you would go see the girl at her home, you had to leave it. You sit in the room there with her, but you had to leave the door open. Did you know about that?
Yeah. That's how it was.
Huh?
Yeah, that's how it was in my house too. You couldn't have nobody could spend the night, and you couldn't have the
Yeah.
door closed. Yeah.
Now she can come stay with you.
Oh yeah.
And don't even be married.
Door closed.
Grandpa, tell me about the good old days.
I know, what a mess.
I wish it was like that, because I'm Gen Z, so
Oh.
my parents, yeah, my parents are very like liberal, like, oh, you can do what you want, and it's a mess. I'm I'm so confused now.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh, wow. Go ahead.
So I called like last week, and I just feel like I'm going crazy, and I'm trying to like implement the biblical question of just like sit in your hell and like really let it happen.
Yes.
I don't know if that was last week or this week, but I'm learning so much about myself and how everyone operates, because things you've said, like you can tell like God exists in the eyes, and when I'm out in public, like just doing my job and stuff, it's amazing how many people, like, I don't know if they're like jealous or afraid, but like people do not want to connect anymore. And I see that because of the kind of serious relationship I was in with this guy that I called you about before. And I'm trying my best to just leave it alone and not just kind of wait and see for the best thing to do is. But he's like calling me a lot, and I like the full story is like I was really upset because of my own insecurities, and I like took a moment to like kind of lash out at him and like do wrong things. Like I screamed in his apartment and like pushed him, and I was like, oh, you don't love me. So I kind of made a whole scene, and then he didn't come back for the night. So I was just like, okay, well, you're like cheating on me. So in the morning when he wasn't there, I left, and I've been at his house like every single day pretty much for like the whole year, other than times I've tried to like break up with him or whatever. And I was planning on moving in with him because my lease is up in August, and I wasn't sure if I was just trying to be like extra nice to get like the advantage of like the privilege of being in like his house and like being taken care of and provided for, because I would cook and do his laundry and like everything, and just like I don't know, like it felt right, but I just I kind of like care about him in the way that he cares about me, which is like, I hope he's like taking care of himself and he's like eating like good food, and I don't know, it's like something has tied me to him that I can't explain, because like I have feelings for him which I think are just hatred. Like he's leaving me voicemails and like calling me, so like I feel this pressure to like call him and talk to him, but every time I see him in person I don't have any like courage. I'm just like, oh, everything he says goes, and I can't really speak up and be myself around him. So it's I don't know, I need a little bit of advice, or I'm just going crazy.
So advice, and the question is what?
The question is, is it wrong to call him, like, if I don't have enough courage to really be myself?
And when you say be yourself, like speak up and stuff? What do you mean by to really be myself? What do you mean by that?
Like, speak up without being angry, and or tell him things that like I want to do, or like suggestions of things we could do, because I feel like every time I would try to talk to him, I would get cut off immediately, and then like he'd tell me the conversation, like controlling it, and I just always felt like a sense of fear, like spiritual fear, about how I should interact with him.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know how to like respect that while also like saying my needs and wants, or things that I wanted him to like go with me with, without like anger or like the desire to control.
How old is he?
He's 30.
30? I mean,
yeah.
30? And you're 23?
Yes.
30? I mean, 30. Here's what
and he's black.
What?
He black.
He black?
Yeah.
And you white?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. George. Not George. Here's what I recommend. Do what you want.
Okay.
But here's what I recommend. Do not move back. Do not move back in with him. Do not have sex with him. You stay in your own place. You do your own job. And you work on yourself. Because it sounds like you're trying to work on yourself. And if he's not, the darkness in him, because you're not yet strong enough in the light to protect yourself from the darkness in him, and it's not him, but the darkness driving him, will destroy you. You don't love him, and he doesn't love you. So you don't need a boyfriend right now. You're 23. I mean, it's really amazing that you're working on yourself at 23. I would recommend you to stay with the silent prayer, go to work, watch yourself, and when it's time for you to have a boyfriend/husband, if it's time and when it's time, it will be added to you, and it will be perfect.
Mm.
You're not supposed to put any effort in a relationship. Relationships, well, any kind of relationship, is supposed to work naturally if it's from God on its own without your help. You're not ready for that at this point.
Mm. Okay.
And those feelings you have for him is not love. It's emotion, psychological and mental emotion that come from anger and sex. That's all it is. It's not love.
Right. I've been thinking about that a lot, but I also like think that he's too alpha for me to like handle, because he's like I believe that he's like really working on himself, and I've seen him like drop his anger.
Yeah.
And like change over the course of the year that we've been together. So I think he is really working on himself. But
Well, nice. That's even more reason not to move back in. And I'm not telling you at this point not to date him, but what I'm telling you, don't move in, no sex. Don't tell yourself you love him. You don't. And because you don't know what love is yet. And just work on yourself. And if he is working on himself, that's amazing too. But you both need to stay apart so you don't destroy each other while you're trying to work on yourself.
Okay. So just keep working, stay with the silent prayer.
Yes.
And, okay.
Olivia, if you stay with the silent prayer, practice staying present, I'm telling you, your mind will be made clear, and life, all decisions, for the lack of communication, all decisions for the sake of communication, you will see clearly how to make. They will be made for you. It'll be amazing.
Okay. I've noticed as well. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, like, because I have been very diligent with, like, staying with the silent prayer, and I re-looked up your points online, and it's amazing. Like, life is, like, so much different when you actually do sit in silence like that.
Yes.
Every single morning, every night. Like, there's times throughout the day where I am, like, brought back to the prayer, and I catch myself in thoughts, and it's interesting because the thoughts from the devil don't have a beginning or an end. And so when I try and track it back, like, how am I in this feeling or how am I in this thought? There's no definitive beginning, but I notice thoughts from God work both front and back, and they're timeless.
Right on. Well, you stay with that, and it'll become even clearer to you. I promise you that.
Okay.
But you got, because life is not about learning. Life is about unlearning. And you want to live a life where you don't have to remember anything. You just want to live, all right? So you stay with it and just work on you. And whatever it's meant to be with you and this guy, if he's working on himself, he's going to be okay with staying in a separate apartment, no more sex. And things, if it's meant for you guys to be together, things will clear up and you'll be fine. And if it's not, both of you will go your separate ways and you will feel nothing about it. You won't be angry at him. He won't be angry at you or anything. It wasn't meant to be, and that'll be just fine.
Okay.
And
thank you, Jesse.
One other quick thing. I want you to, shaking in your boots, tremble and fear, but I want you to start speaking up.
Okay.
And it's in your weakness where you will be made strong. You can't become strong by not speaking up. You become strong when you're afraid, when you're weak. You speak up for yourself, not in anger, but in love. And without the anger, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Did it help? That made sense? Made sense?
Yes, it really did, Jesse. Thank you.
And
so, like, every time...
Every time what?
Every time, like, I call you, I was like, I'm moved by God through you. Like, you make a lot of sense.
And now when you speak to this guy, speak up. Don't be afraid to say what's on your mind, but just don't be angry.
Okay.
All right? And everything's gonna open up for you, I promise, if you do it.
Okay.
And then if he doesn't agree, don't get angry at him for disagreeing. He can't help himself.
Okay.
And I want you to, you're going to happen anyway, but I want you to learn to neither agree or disagree with anyone. You just speak the truth, but neither agree or disagree. You don't need to do that, all right?
Okay.
Let me know how it goes.
I will, Jesse. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome. Amazing.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Quick break. Back in a moment. Check out Punchy's Coffee. I have my own coffee now. Punchy Coffee is good. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor, top quality, specialty grade beads. Good. Every dime goes back to Bar, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, and get Punchy's coffee. Welcome back. Check out the Punchy's coffee. I have my own coffee. What the? Check it out. Good. It's amazing. And all of our merch is amazing merch. Hats and T-shirts and all kind of good stuff there for you, all right? I mean, just amazing. And the merch and the coffee, the people loving it. I hear back all the time from the folks. They're like, Jesse, this coffee is so good. I love your T-shirts and mugs and things like that. And also my books, amazing books. From Raised to Responsibility, my first book. You can tell 'cause I was so young. But, and then Scam, How the Black Leadership Has Flourished Black America. It's still happening. And then the 7 Guaranteed Steps to Spiritual, Family, and Financial Success Guide. A little small pocket guide you can carry around with you. If you have a job or thinking about starting a business or having a business, you follow those 7 steps. You got to do them, though. You just can't read it. You got to be doers, and they work. Men and women you can carry around with you. And then the antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. Amazing book. It kind of bring it home. It brings it all in for you. And I will sign them or autograph them for anyone, whomever you like, for me to sign it to, all right? Anywhere in the world. So go to rebuildingtheman.com rebuildingtheman.com/stores. My bad. rebuildingtheman.com/stores or JesseLeePeterson.shop. And while you're there, make a donation. rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/donate. Donate or call 800-411-BOND. 800-411-2663 for it all right? Amazing. And fellowship this Sunday for all. Today is Friday already. It's Sunday fellowship for all. Right here in LA, for those who don't know, we have fellowship in LA. Go to rebuildingtheman.com/church for more information. Doors open at 10:30. Meeting starts at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And the fellowship is amazing. I sometimes, that's why I like, another reason I'm glad that the ladies on Sunday, they come and they open up and show you. Women are waking up, folks. And those men who think that the woman can only wake up if they had them, you're blind. Women responsibility for themselves is to go back to the Father. You can't do anything about that. You can't help them do that. You point the way, but you can't help them. And the ladies are waking up. It's amazing to see it, too. So it's fall at 11 a.m. The meeting starts, 10:30, all right? Doors open. Let me go to Wayne out of Texas. Wayne, welcome to the show. You're on the air. Wayne. Wayne waited a long time, and then maybe the phone dropped. Let me go to out of Florida. First time call out of Florida. Let's see here. Hold on. My bad. ISHMAEL, first time call out of Florida. You're on the air.
Wow. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
Wow. This is first time caller. I've been watching you since 18.
Uh-huh.
You made me become a Christian.
Speak up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You made me become a Christian. I was born and raised Catholic. It didn't really fit right with me, and when I seen you, it just felt like I'm home. And but long story short, I was doing good, watching you and also doing the silent prayer every day, every night. I have 2 kids, 2 different baby mothers. I was staying with one. It wasn't working out too good, so she left. She went to New York with my son, and I stayed in Florida. I got my own apartment. I got a good paying job. The pandemic came. I lost everything, lost the apartment. I didn't want to stay because I know you could have stayed because, Trump signed that order where you could have stayed, but I didn't want to stay and not pay rent. So I left, went to my grandma's house, and my older sister, she told me when I moved there, because my mother's family, side of the family, they got money. So my older sister said, hey, don't, when you go there, don't even worry about paying because, I stayed there for free already and you don't got to pay. But when I went there, I told my uncle I want to pay.
Yeah.
But then he told me that, no, it's okay. You just moved in, give yourself some time to settle down. And I was like, you sure? He's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I did that. Then about 6 months later, he's saying, oh, you didn't want to pay. And then my sister at the same time, she ended up moved in. So basically it seemed like she told me not to pay so then she'll have a way to get in because she's from New York. So she moved down all 4 kids.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And my brother told me, ISHMAEL, she's coming. You need to leave. She's gonna destroy you and your family, your little family that you have, because he knows it's me, my fiance. Oh yeah. So I forgot to tell you, my fiance, she came because we was talking on the phone, still communicating. She came to Florida. I told her how I'm living, how I am. This is before I went to my grandma's house. I'm sorry. Then she was like, okay, fine. I seen she kind of had a little bit of anger, but I was like, maybe when she see me, it will be a different. So I was planning on.
You saw that your fiance had anger?
Yeah, when I would talk to her. Yeah, when I would talk to her over the phone because, all right, ever since I left, my son didn't stop crying for like 2 weeks straight. Like, that's what she told me. He wouldn't stop crying for 2 weeks straight.
And so you saw that she had a little anger, but you thought what? When she see you and go away?
Maybe like she would see the difference in me and, cause her to not be so angry with my son because she doesn't have any patience with him. Like when he cries, she don't pick him up. I have to tell him, hey, at the time he was 5 months. I'm like, hey, pick him up. He's crying. She's like, no, I'm going to leave him there. And so she came and I was telling her, hey, within the first week or 2, we got to get married because I can't live with a woman and not being married. And she said, fine. She came down. That didn't work out. She came with the anger. I called the police on her on many occasions when I was living in my apartment. And then even now, over the years, I was living in my grandma's house. So my thing is, my sister came, all her kids, they destroyed everything. They put holes in the wall. My sister was telling my fiance Melanie to, oh, Ishmael is no good. You should go do something else. And pretty much because my sister's like baby father, as you want to say, he has like 10 other kids besides hers. So, and he has 2 of the very much. So he's everywhere. He has no time for her and the kids. And so I'm telling her, my fiance, hey, don't follow her because, yes, I have 1 child out, 2 child out of wedlock, 1 with a different mother and but I'm not seeking nothing else, no other woman. I'm just trying to live my life right. And, I just want to do right by my son to see us, married and, have a home. But long story short, going through all of that with my nephews, I'm talking 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, making noise. I'm missing days of work because I ain't getting enough sleep. I'm going to work. I'm falling asleep. I was doing security, by the way, and it just threw me off. I don't know how, but the thoughts started to come back. I started to feel anxiety coming back. And I kept doing the silent prayer, but I'm just wondering why is this happening to me? But I know that I was under a lot of pressure living with them, and then my fiance as well being angry. So now, this day, I do the silent prayer, but I don't do it at night as much as I used to. And, have the thoughts, the anxiety comes, but I still watch it. I don't react. I do Uber too on the side. So one passenger, for example, he said, he was just looking at me because the color of the car is different from what it say in the app. And so, but anyway, so he was looking at me kind of crazy the whole ride. It was like a 30-minute ride. He just staring at me, and the devil I could see was telling me, why are you looking at me like that? Because, where I'm from, New York and Queens, if you stare at somebody too long, you want to fight. So the devil was saying, you should just tell them, hey, why are you looking at me so long? Like, where I'm from, if you're staring at somebody, we should just get it on right now. I'll pull a car over. And I'm thinking all of this while I'm dropping the guy off.
What a mess!
But I'm starting to see stuff like that happen, and I even had instances when, no offense to, the illegals and the Spanish people, but I've driven plenty of illegals doing Uber, and sometimes they speak all different type of Spanish, and and I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking, no, I hope they don't kill me, God, please, just let me get home safe. I saw let this ride be over, and I'm safe. And I was thinking on the highway as I'm driving, you know what? If they try anything, I'm gonna crash this car into the tree. If God give me the sign, I'm gonna crash this car. And they don't know that they probably talking about vacation and having fun. And I'm thinking, well, if they try anything, I'm gonna just crash this car and we all gonna go because ain't nobody taking me. If anything, we all go. But so pretty much that's what's going on, Jesse.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
And your question for me is what?
I just want to get back to how I was,
Here's what I recommend.
Yeah.
So do you have your own place now?
No, my uncle, he's selling the house. So we moving out now.
So you don't have your own apartment yet?
No.
Why don't you have it now? You have 2 jobs. You work security and Uber, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you have your own place?
Well, recently, like a few weeks ago, I lost my security job because, well, I didn't lose it. I stopped working for them because, all right, the first 6 weeks, I didn't get no pay. But they trained me to be a security officer, so I stayed with them. And I was like, well, I know I'm doing my part. But eventually I got my pay. But then the last few weeks, they did that again. And I told the owner, like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I got family, I got bills. And he would go run in his office, give me, you know, a bunch of singles in cash and like, hey, make this do. And and I was like, I can't work like. So I stopped doing it. I quit the security and I'm just doing Uber. And
so let me ask, because of time. So you live with your uncle. Is your girlfriend living with your uncle too?
No, it's my grandmother's house. She passed. So it was just me, my fiance, and my 7-year-old son.
Living in your grandmother's house?
Yeah.
And so your uncle is about to sell that house?
Yeah.
Oh, here's what I recommend. Do what you want, but here's what I recommend. You get your own place, and it doesn't have to be expensive or anything. Or you can get like a little bachelor apartment so that you can start working your way back to being independent. But what I recommend, you get your own place and get rid of that fiance of yours and take care of your baby, see your son or whatever. But you need to let everybody go and just work on you. You need to, and with this Uber job, I'm under the impression that you can work as many hours as you want to make whatever money you need to make for now to take care of yourself, pay your rent, buy some food. But you need to pull away from all those people, do the silent prayer, just come back to the prayer. Don't let Satan tell you it's not working. It is working. And just forget about the past, live right now, and just work on you. Forget about all the people and just work on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not supposed to live a life trying to hold on to anyone or anything. People should, and this will happen as you overcome it. People come into your world, fine. People go out of your world, fine. People, whether you're married or not married, friends or family members, co-workers, whatever, let people come in and out, but don't you attach yourself to them. Don't make them your gods. It's abnormal to be affected at all about people coming in and out of your life. Don't attach yourself to that. And so if this woman, the girlfriend, is going to be angry, be done with her. You don't need to waste your time with that.
Yeah, because, that's the thing, too, Jesse. I'm not making enough money because a lot of times she'll be calling me and I'll hear my son crying. And, I mean, he's crying. Because due to that, she neglected. I'm saying this. She neglected him by not picking him up when he was a little baby. He just developed this crying thing.
How old is he now?
He's 7.
And if you got rid of her, are you able to see your son whenever you want? And then at some point you can keep him. You'll be able to keep him? Will she stop you from seeing your son?
I think so, because she told, like, I overheard conversations with her brother saying, if anything happened to me, y'all know what to do. Y'all got to take my son. Y'all got to take the car. So that's his name.
Well, then you need to be done with her then. You don't need an evil woman like that. So let her have the son. You work on you right now and do the silent prayer, stay present. And I'm telling you, things will happen for you that you can't even imagine. Something will happen that will cause you to have your son, but you'll be ready for it because you'll have your own place. You'll be free, and things will work out for you. You're supposed to only, if you want real life, if you want this struggle, fake life, you can stay in your hell. But if you want real life, you want to be free, you cannot want or love anybody, including your son, more than truth. You must love the truth with all your heart, all your soul, all your might, along with nobody else or nothing else. And so you can't let this thing she's doing with your son keep you with her, because she's going to destroy you. And she's already destroying the son. So I recommend, ISHMAEL, that you go back to the silent prayer. Don't worry about what has happened. All you have is right now. Work overtime for Uber or whatever, or find yourself another security job and Uber. Pull away from all those people. Forget about them. Forget about the world and work on you, your world.
Yeah. You know, I just didn't want to, because I did it to my first baby mother. She was crazy, and I seen it. This is before I was Christian, before I knew about you. But I seen it, and as soon as I was there for the baby to, for the birthing, but as soon as the baby popped out, the next day I was gone.
Nice.
But I didn't want to do that again.
But you can't. You have no other choice because you with the devil, and the devil and this woman gonna destroy you. She's already done it to the son, and based on what you've said, and there's nothing you can do about it. And now that you're working on yourself, she will destroy you too, and that's what evil want. Evil giving you all bad advice so that you can stay in this hell and then get destroyed, and then evil gonna laugh at you for listening.
Wow. And, in a way, I could see it, too.
Yeah. And it's the light of God that is allowing you to see it. So don't be double-minded. You follow the light. Don't follow the lie. Those all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. And so follow the light. Forget about this woman. Let her take the child and everything, and you work on you. And the Father will make a way for whatever needs to happen, and you'll be fine. Wow.
And Jesse, I also wanted to say, man, because I hear you plenty of times say that, like there's one out of the family and that God kind of put to the side.
Yes.
I didn't want to believe that for myself, but when I looked at everything, and even my aunt, she would tell me, like, Ishmael, when I would watch you babysit, you, Ishmael, you'd be quiet, you'd be to yourself, you're not loud. Like, when I was a little kid, like 5 through 4 years old, I was watching the Discovery Channel and National Geographic. I was watching cartoons, but I was used to just observing everything. And, I don't know, I was just humble all my life. My brothers and sisters, they loud, extravagant. I was more to myself. When I became like a teenager, I would close the room and stay in there. I wouldn't even come out the room. So, and they would look at me as weird. Like, I'm considered the outcast. Everybody is like, how you guys have the same mother and father and you so different. Like, even my older brothers and sisters, everybody think I'm the older one.
Yeah. Well, I got it because of time. I've noticed that in all families, there's over the last 35 years, I've seen it over and over again. In all families, there seems to be one or two of the children, sons or daughters, who are in the family, but they're really not a part of the family. They're a little different. Yeah. God has set them aside for whatever reason. So I got to run, but go back to the silent prayer, pull away from all those people, let them go to hell, and you find yourself a place, work 2 jobs or whatever you take, stay with the silent prayer, and the Father will work it out for you as He's changing your life from darkness to light.
Wow.
There's nothing you can do about your son at this point.
Man, I wish I could, Jesse, because, but when he was born, I seen the light in his eyes.
I know, but I got to run, but call me again, but there's nothing you can do about it. Accept it. You made a baby with the devil, and just work on you, all right?
Thank you, Jesse.
All right. Back in a moment. Hate news, not the fake news. Yeah.
Since I was 17 years old, and ever since I started listening to you a couple of months ago, bro, I don't even need to hear the word depression. I don't even care about that because that's not anything that I identify with anymore.
Nice.
I'm 100% cured. I'm 100% better because I've been listening to the Jesse Lee Peterson show, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate you. And I just can't even, begin to tell you how much I really appreciate the things that you're doing for young men. Young men need to hear this, and young men need to know this message that you're delivering because it's important. It's vital to their lives, Jesse. I just wanted to let you know that, man.
That's amazing. I mean, you made my day, man. When I hear one soul has returned to the Father, it's like 1,000. It's better than silver and gold. So God bless you, man.
Exciting stuff going on in the world, if you think about it sometimes. Major Trump tariffs, their permanent injunction that I told you about yesterday with that 3-judge panel has been paused. That an injunction basically, I guess, means it's stopping it. So he gets to do his tariffs again while this thing goes through the courts. Maybe it's going to go to the Supreme Court, Trump's ability to impose tariffs on these countries. Illegal allegedly got framed for allegedly threatening our greatest president, Trump. Oh, they said, an illegal threatened Trump. I'm like, oh, come on. And sure enough, they're saying that he was framed because he's a victim of some crime, and so they're trying to get him deported, some other perpetrator, maybe another illegal, who knows. Anyway, the China virus is still here. Oh, my. That's what Commie Nonsense wants to tell you. There was this Kennedy Center executive who, and that's like in the government, I don't know, fired for being based. They call him a conspiracy theorist, and I think he says that he was fired for being Christian or something. And there is a $50,000 reward for one or the other, either one, or maybe both, right, each, for those jail escapees. One is a serial a prison escape artist, or a jail escape artist, and the other one is a convicted double murderer, so they say. And there's this paraglider. I think he was Chinese or something. He got sucked up into the sky, like 5 miles into the sky. He got frostbite. He could hardly breathe. He didn't have a mask. Crazy. Scary, but he survived. But now he's charged because he didn't report to the Chinese authorities properly. This is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Friday, Black Friday, May 30th, AD 2025. The lines are full. You can just call in every so often, though, just in case, but the lines are full. So you're going to get a busy signal for the most part, but just try every so often. And as you hear JLP wrapping up with other callers, we'll get to more calls in the third hour, the final hour of the JLP show, and we'll get to your super chats as well. Hopefully, right? Hopefully, fingers crossed. But it is Hake News, not fake news. After JLP, the Hake Report, and then not Joel Friday TV, but the Fallen State with an extended version of JLP's legendary interview with Phil Robertson, the late, great Duck Commander Phil Robertson of Duck Dynasty fame. Nice. It was a great interview. Check it out. And then after the Fallen State, American Anchor, baby. Oh, cool. Nice. And then church with Jesse Lee Peterson on Sunday. Amid those negotiations with Israel and Hamas, according to Commie Nonsense Network, Israel approved a massive expansion of Jewish settlements in the occupied West Bank. Peace Now is an Israeli NGO, meaning evil, right? Non-government organization. Usually those are evil. It tracks settlements. They said that it was the largest expansion approval since the signing of the Oslo Accords more than 30 years ago. Whatever those are. You guys probably know. I don't. So shout out to the Israelis colonizing the West Bank, taking it back, making it civilized. Well, I don't know. Tariffs. A federal appeals court Thursday paused the Court of International Trade's ruling that Trump, our greatest president, did not have the authority to impose sweeping tariffs. So they paused that notion that he doesn't have the authority, using the emergency powers he declared earlier this year. The ruling by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit means our greatest president, Trump, can continue to impose tariffs using emergency powers and adds to the confusion and uncertainty about the future of his economic policy. The case could potentially work its way up to the so-called Supreme Court. We'll see what happens. That Trump death threat. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem posted on X an illegal alien from Mexico had been arrested for allegedly making a threatening letter to kill President Trump. She included a picture of the man, copy of the letter. 54-year-old Ramon Morales Reyes. Ramon. According to several sources, law enforcement believes that he was set up, he was framed because he's maybe a victim in a robbery assault case. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP. Hour 3.
got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the third hour of the show. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question: does God allow you to suffer? Does God allow you to suffer? Amazing question. You can listen to the show, you can podcast the show, but you can be listening no matter where you are and what you're doing as the show is happening on your iPhone or iPad. You can podcast if you can't sit and watch it right now. You can podcast you can listen on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com. buymeacoffee.com/JLP talk. buymeacoffee.com/JLP talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Open Line Friday. Get it off your chest. But it's also, and will always, because we love the blacks, it will always be Black Friday. That was then. I love the blacks.
You do make disparaging remarks towards black people.
Be black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask.
Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey,
what?
What's wrong with the blacks? First you love me, then you hate me. What a game for a fool. Break up to make up, that's all you do. First you love me, then you hate me. What a game for a fool. Amazing. Have you noticed that emotional love that when boy meet girl, and they say, oh, I love you, or I love you back, and I love you, you love me, and let's get married. And that never works. Have you noticed that emotional love never works? Has never worked, will never work. That emotional fake love. Emotional love is fake love. It's not real. You don't love her and she doesn't love you. You love nobody and nobody loves you. Emotional love is not love. Emotional love is hate. Pretending to be love. Isn't that amazing? Pretending to be love. It's not love. That's why it doesn't work, folks. How many relationships, how many fights, how much depression, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, and work do you have to have before you realize emotional love is not love? Let the world promote it. The world is evil. Emotional love is not love. And you're lying when you say, I love you with emotional love. That's not love, that's hate. That's why you end up depressed, lonely, stressed. And no vegetables, no pills, no nothing is going to resolve it. They're lying to you. And I want you to know, each and every human being that wants it, if you want it, you can only have it if you want it. You could be at perfect peace. You could be free right now. You don't have to suffer. But no, you love your pain, you love your misery, and you find other people that love theirs, and you agree with them. Because you've already agreed with evil inside of you. Now you agree with other people who are living from evil as well. And you confirm them, and they confirm you, and everybody miserable, and you all fall into a ditch. You could be free. Let me go to Wayne. Let me try Wayne again out of Texas. Wayne, let's try it again.
Hey, Jesse, how are you?
Amazing, Wayne.
I got so excited a while ago I hung up.
I know. What now?
Yeah. The men's seminar next Thursday.
The men's conference. Every first Thursday night of the month, we have a men's forum.
All right. I got some tickets, man.
Right on.
So I'm flying in from Houston.
Right on. Amazing. The first Thursday night of the month, folks, for men, and the third Thursday night for ladies.
Yeah.
Cool, Wayne.
I wanted to stay on for the Sunday session, but the hotels are so expensive. Those guys want like $250 a night or something like that. So.
Yeah, it's expensive in California.
Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to ask you a question.
Ask.
Reincarnation, not reincarnation, incarnation. I noticed that in the Bible, in the beginning, when God created us, He said, "Go and repopulate the earth, or inherit the earth, repopulate the earth." And so it seems to me like there was some kind of civilization before us, and now we are just coming in here as souls in a body, and then when we die, we go back. What are your thoughts on that?
What does Scripture say? Hey, go and replenish the earth.
Replenish. Yeah.
I don't know if it says re.
Right, me either. I don't know if it said re-Wayne, but it said go
it says replenish.
But all it means is for those who want children. If to go and make a baby. It doesn't. It's not for everybody because it's better that you never marry.
Right.
So it's just for those who want to have children. Go ahead and do it, but it's not a requirement.
Yeah. I was wondering, like, who built the pyramids and all the monolithic buildings we had. There seems to have been a society before us.
The Jews.
And I was wondering if we're the incarnation of them, huh?
The Jews.
Oh, the Jews. Okay. All right. Well, let's move on. my wife, man. My wife is like arguing with herself every day, and I'm just like, whoa. I'm just watching her, and I'm like, hey, honey, you gotta watch your anger. But every day, so I started a calendar. I'm like, honey, let's see if you can go one day without showing me your anger. It's been 7 days since.
So she has not been angry in 7 days?
No, she has been angry every single day of 7.
Well, that's not going to change until she forgives so God can take the spirit of anger away from her heart.
I know.
Have you told her to do that?
Yeah, of course. I've told her to work on herself. I mean, I can't force her.
Right, but she
won't.
won't.
Honey, you need to work on yourself.
Right, well, just leave her in her hell. And don't you join her. Don't argue with her. Don't leave her in her misery.
Yeah. Okay.
You just continue to work on you.
Go ahead.
You continue to work on you and leave her in your misery.
What a mess. What a mess in the world, huh? I think these, you remember the young girl that was slammed by a police officer?
Yes, in California.
Yeah, I think they see their mothers act in a certain way, and then they go in front of the police and want to act the same way, and then they get the results of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know about that girl, but I do know for a fact that black parents and so-called professionals have taught black children for years now to disobey the cops when they stop you. And so now it's a thing where when they are stopped by the cops, they automatically go off. They don't put their hands on the steering wheel. They don't show ID.
Right.
They curse out the cop. And the cop doesn't know if you have a gun or not or a weapon, and the cop got to protect themselves. Wayne, I got to run. Do I see you Thursday?
See you Thursday, buddy. Don't cancel on me.
I won't. Amazing.
All right. Take care.
Okay. 888-775-3773. Let me go to Lamont out of New Hampshire. Lamont, you're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse. How are you?
Amazing, Lamont.
All right. I had something crazy and amazing happened to me this morning.
Okay.
And I wanted to share it with you. And before I was able to see, it's part of the program. So I woke up this morning, and I'm just trying to breathe. And all of a sudden, some bad news kicked in. And I went so crazy. I started yelling, right? Yelling, screaming how I didn't like this, I didn't like that. And I didn't see myself going out of myself. So I jumped in the shower. I'm still rah, rah, rah. I come out the shower and I say, the devil wants me to react.
Yep.
And from that point on, it felt like, you know how like you're on a train and you jump off the train? I felt like I jumped off the train and saw my anger going by. Like I could have been further ahead and crashed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I called last week because, however, but I called this week because like I didn't know I had that anger still in me. Like it's really scary, but the way I handled it, it didn't handle me to where I would be like the Incredible Hulk, something.
Right on, yeah.
And then I'm out, and then I land somewhere in the woods, and then like I'm coming back out of the woods like a little baby, like I don't know what happened. But now I could see it. I don't take that train ride. I could just jump off.
Right
and say,
on.
whoa.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you stay with that, Lamont, just practice staying present. And if you do get caught up in thoughts, don't judge it. Just realize your inner thought, come back to present. It's only going to become clearer and clearer and clearer. You're going to catch it more and more. The more you catch those thoughts, the more you will catch them before they fall into the jungle of emotions, and will only get better.
Yes. And you referred, I saw that the radio that you was advertising, like some guy went crazy in Florida, hitting people, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, yeah, a guy, according to the report, he was from Canada.
And he landed in Florida. And he landed in Florida over his anger. He wasn't even supposed to be there.
Oh, he wasn't?
I guess that's what I heard from the report, right? Because he did something, and so they redirected.
Oh, yeah, I know he had, according to the report, he had a fight with somebody on the airplane, but I don't know if it was during the same trip or not.
Right. But I think everybody's like that.
Every human being on earth is evil.
Yes.
And they have no power at all because evil has no power. All they have is intimidation. And so they're depressed, they're suicidal, they're on medication, and so they're going crazy.
I was that person where my anger will go like that. I swear it would be like a level where I'm angry. Now I see it. Now I'm going outside looking for trouble.
Yes.
Now I'm looking for a fight.
Yeah.
I'm driving erratically. I'm in the street. I used to do that, and then I cut, and then I end up on the bridge.
That's right.
But now it's like, it's messy, but now I see, so I don't even take that train ride. Like, I felt the train moving, and I jumped off and said, oh, and I just said, this is what it would have been if I didn't see. So
Absolutely.
I'm working on myself.
Stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. Forget about the world. Let everybody else, including family members, go to hell, and you just work on you on your way back to heaven.
Thank you very much. Because I don't care about what the world's doing, because the world is perfect the way it is. Why is everybody trying to fix it?
It's
fix
crazy,
yourself.
man. Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about nothing.
Right on. Thank you, Lamont.
All right. Thank you very much, Jesse. I'll call back in a few weeks.
Stay with us, stay with us, stay with it, all right?
Thank you very much. And you have yourself a good one. Thank you. I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Right on. Amazing. Mr. Pink out of California. Mr. Pink, welcome to the show.
What's up, Jesse?
All is well.
Been a while since I talked to you. I just wanted to answer the biblical question real quick.
And speak up a little bit. Does God allow you to suffer?
I want to say yes, but he's not the one inflicting the suffering on us, like you say. Right?
I can't respond until Sunday.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You got to put your 2 cents in then, but he's not the one, like you do say, he's not putting the suffering on us, right? We're doing that to ourselves. You know, it's like when we lean on thoughts and we lean on our own understanding, then we are giving up on him. And so that's what brings on the suffering, right? So I got a little verse for you here, and if you allow me just for a second.
Okay.
It's Psalm 103, and it kind of encapsulates, you know, what God is really doing for us when we rely on him. He pulls us out of the suffering that ultimately the devil is doing in our minds to us, and then we're buying into that. So it's Psalm 103, and starting in verse 8, the Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. He will not always chide, neither will he keep his anger forever. He hath not dealt with us after our sins, nor rewarded us according to our iniquities. For as the heaven is high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward them that fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far hath he removed our transgressions from us. Like as a father pitieth his children, so the Lord pitieth them that fear him. For he knoweth our frame, he remembereth that we are dust.
Amazing.
You know what I mean?
Amazing. I can't respond until Sunday, but that's amazing.
Yeah, I hear exactly where you're coming from, how you say the Lord will let us stay in our hell, but he's not the one putting it on us. So I just I appreciate the thinking that you provide, and I appreciate whoever that was that suggested that biblical question, because that was a good one.
Skies.
What?
Southern Skies on Rumble.
Southern Skies. Thank you, Southern Skies. Amazing biblical question. Southern Skies. Amazing.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you, Mr. Pink. I appreciate it, and I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
And I just wanted to say, once again, as always, brother, you've helped me get through so much in my life, just through your consistent message every day of dropping the thoughts and not buying into the devil's games that he plays in your mind. So thank you again. And everyone, if you're listening, support these guys. Help them to help others, because they don't have to be in here doing this every day and giving us a nice place to have fun and laugh at the world and help us get over our problems. I mean, these guys do really hard work. So Bond, Hake, Nick, Derek, Joel, JLP, brother, y'all got it. And I just appreciate y'all every day, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, y'all have a great day now.
You too. Amazing. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com, or call 800-411-BOND to donate. Support. We're 501c3 as well. The organization is. But thank you for that. I want to quickly show you this. Remember I said earlier, if you didn't hear the first hour, you must, of the show today. It was amazing. I want you to know evil has no power at all. Zero power. There's no reason to be afraid of evil. It has no power, zero. And all human beings are possessed with evil, and they call it depression. All human beings are possessed with evil, and they call it stress. They call it suicidal thoughts. They call it emotions. They call it ambitions. I'm so ambitious. I'm so compassionate. Well, they're telling you, I'm so evil. All angry people are evil. You can mark my word on that one. You can buy Bitcoin in that one. Evil, when they say I'm angry, they're saying I'm evil. And they may not realize that's what they're saying, but that's what they're saying. And they try to intimidate you. Have you noticed that evil people try to hurt others? Because they're hurting. They're miserable. And they always try to hurt others. And when you fall for it, they laugh. They get a false sense of joy, of thrill, of life out of hurting others because they're evil. And when they're trying to stab you with a pain, they're stabbing themselves. They're being stabbed. So there's no reason to fear evil. So watch out for the people who are evil. They're gonna watch how they try to intimidate you. Your daddy, your mama, especially your mama, your friends, your enemy. They try to intimidate you because they have no authority, they have no power. They only have intimidation. And if you overcome the evil in you, the intimidation in you, no one on the outside can intimidate you because there's nothing there or no one to be intimidated. You need to pay attention to you. Know thyself. I want to show you probably, but not really, one of the dumbest things I've seen in a long time. I've seen a whole lot of dummy things. And these people are supposed to be U.S. Secret Service workers. Isn't that something? You're supposed to be Secret Service worker. It doesn't matter your title. You're evil, you're evil, you're evil. And your title not going to change it. Your money not going to change it. Your fake friends not going to change it. Not going to change it. Your producer, whatever, it ain't going to change it. Evil is evil. And then they intimidate one another. If you're not an intimidator, meaning if you're not evil, you can't be touched by an intimidator. Secret Service agents brawl outside of Obama home. Hey, black. This is from SAN, S-A-N. The U.S. Secret Service is facing questions once again after 2 agents were suspended following a physical altercation. 2 female agents can be seen on surveillance videos first published by Real Clear Politics on Tuesday, May 27th, pushing each other next to a car outside the Obama house. What? Watch this from X.
You can see the 2 agents appearing to shove each other near a white SUV outside the Obama's home. The fight reportedly happened after one agent arrived late to her shift to take over for the other officer. The Independent reports the agent waiting for her requested a different vehicle than the one the other officer showed up in, sparking the brawl. While the incident happened last week, the video just came to light Tuesday. The Secret Service has confirmed the footage is authentic and says both agents are suspended pending an internal investigation. The agency said the fight unfolded around 2:30 a.m. on Wednesday, May 21st. The Secret Service says agents are expected to follow a strict code of conduct and the behavior is unacceptable.
You can't do it when you're angry. Anger is a spirit that made a home in you. Every human being is possessed with evil. But they dress it up. They call it depression, suicide, or anxiety, or loneliness, or something else, fear. It's all evil. And there's the Secret Service fighting. What the? Grandpa tell me about the Secret Service out of control. In front of Obama and the Father Messiah and Big Mama household. I can hear her now. How come you late? You always late. I gotta go home, and here you is coming late. Here you is coming late. And then they fight. Because I hear the other, bitch, I can't believe you. Who you think you talk to, bitch? And then they fight. The lack of professionalism was on display during the fight. Watch this from X.
Now get the supervisor out here to Delta 2 immediately before I whoop this girl's ass.
And that's black excellence. Send somebody down here immediately before I whoop this girl's A. Anger, intimidation. And if you think that's bad, add a dumbest to dumber or dom to dumbest. A fast food worker accused of fatally shooting a customer after complaining about his orders. His order appeared in court on Friday as new and disturbing detail emerged about the incident outside of a cracker. Oh, cracker. Checkers, not crackers. They used to have Cracker Barrels. Remember Cracker Barrel Day? Yes. Not, what?
Yes, I do remember that.
Cracker Barrel, but this is Cracker Restaurant in Kissimmee. Watch this from Fox 35 Orlando.
Will be held pursuant to Arthur at no bond.
23-year-old Elijah Mackey in an orange jumpsuit and cuffs, making a first appearance in court Friday. He's charged with first-degree premeditated murder. Osceola County deputies say it was all over a fast food customer complaining about his meal. A witness said he was possibly asking for mayo packets. The arrest affidavit says Wesley Robertson asked to speak with the manager several times after ordering from the front window at Checkers Wednesday night. Deputies say that's when Mackey climbed out of a drive-through window, walked around the side of the building, and started arguing with Robertson. According to an arrest report, that's when Robertson used derogatory language to insult Mackey, and in response, Mackey pulled a gun out of his waistband and shot Robertson in the chest. He fell headfirst into the building.
Amazing. The worker went out and shot the man because he wanted a little extra marinade. Mayo. You still think anger is Jesus was angry? You still think anger is good and you need a little anger to defend yourself? Can you get any dumber than that? The employee ran toward a hotel suite. Both hotel guests and the Orlando police chief later commented on the incident. Watch this.
The employee ran toward the Slingshot ride and then to Celebration Suites nearby. We spoke with people staying there.
Can you imagine? You're just like, oh, let's go to Checkers. I want, a hamburger meal or whatever it is. And next thing you know, you're gone. Yeah. I mean, how does that happen? It's sad. It's really sad.
You don't know if you can ever voice your opinion, because somebody's going to pull a gun.
Former Orlando Police Chief Orlando Rolone weighing in.
Obviously, this individual will have their day in court, but based on the information that we have seen so far, it'll be very, very difficult for them to defend their actions. And it's unfortunate because it could have been avoided.
He says it's important to talk to your kids about controlling their emotions and lead by example.
Takes a much bigger person to basically step away from a situation like that. Be that person. Don't allow for someone to bring you down or take you on a path that you will regret later.
Amazing. When you have anger, folks, you can't help it. You are possessed by evil. Lord, the white people just want to go to Crackers and get a sandwich or Checkers. They get a sandwich, not Cracker. They don't have Cracker Barrels anymore, I think. D-Live, the treasure chest is now over on D-Live. When I come back, your phone calls. Back in a moment. We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven. I'm so wondering if Hake, the white guy of the HakeReport.com, would he prefer to go to Crackers or Cracker Barrel?
Checkers or Cracker Barrel.
Cracker or Checkers?
Cracker Barrel, easy.
The blacks are fighting at Checkers. What a mess.
And there are Cracker Barrels still.
They still around?
Yep.
Wow. I love Cracker Barrels.
Nice.
I haven't been to one in years, though. I don't think they have them here in California.
Not in L.A. proper, but they are in Victorville and places like that.
Oh, yeah?
Out in the boonies in Cali.
Quick announcement. The Hake Report is coming up at the top of this hour. The Hake Report. One white man is not afraid, all right? He has the good hair. Hake Report at top of the hour, 9 a.m., from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then a brand new episode of the Fallen State.tv. Amazing conversation with the Duck Commander, Phil Robertson. And watch this.
Next time on The Fallen State.
You know, I've been watching you and seeing how much you love what's right.
I don't know, Jesse. I'm looking around at America. It's a sad thing to watch.
Evil, or the lie, which is of evil, seem to be winning on every end.
There's one race on this earth, the human race.
Growing up, we knew this.
I mean, you got it down with that order thing. Jesse, you mess with that, you end up seeing what we now have.
I agree.
And I just hope we can all come together as a nation, love God, and love each other. Give me a break.
You're going to love this discussion. Really, you're going to love it. Telephone, telegraph, tell everybody. And you can become a member of the Fallen State right there on YouTube channel, thefallenstate.tv and locals.com, and you support us there, all right? And then at 12 noon, right after the FallenState.tv, the American Anchor Baby. Energy given to him by God. Not on loan, but a gift. All the energy that he didn't give Trump, he gave it to the Anchor Baby. Everywhere, just energy. Life is energy. Isn't it amazing? At 12 noon. And I'll see you on Sunday. Doors open at 10:30 for all at Fellowship. Meetings start at 11 a.m. Pacific time. RebuildingTheMan.com/church, 2 p.m. Eastern time. You can be a part of this anywhere in the world, and the fellowship is amazing. All right, and thank you for your financial support, and check out our merch and all that good stuff, all right? Let me say some super chats right now, and then we get back to the phone. Super chats. So the treasure chest is now open on D-Live and Stretch off on Peel.
Well, the D-Live chest opened and shut now.
Oh.
By now. But, yeah, we did the scratch-offs on pilled.net/Jesse Lee Peterson.
Amazing.
Soul Conscious 5 coffees. Jesse, biblical question?
Does God allow you to suffer?
No. I only suffer if I get lost in my thoughts. The imagination causes all the suffering.
Amazing. Thank you, and I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
All right, Hernandez, the fourth, 10 coffees, very generous. Hey, Jesse, sorry I've gone away so long, but he's back. Love you and the crew.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, and thank you for your support.
That's very kind.
Yeah.
Over on Cash App, Bond JLP Cash App, Anthony, love the blacks on Black Friday.
I love the blacks. Amazing. Thank you.
T. Smith for coffee. Thank you.
Thank you, T. Smith.
And over on buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, different from Punchy's Coffee. 4 coffees from someone. Did the sun have to overcome thoughts and imagination like we do?
Yes. He did it. He took it on. He had to do it so that we could be free from it. Amazing. Thank you.
WT1, I got to get me some Punchy's Coffee. Jesse Lee, y'all sell the beans or already ground up?
Both ways. Both.
You can get whole bean or drip grind. There's a selection when you order them.
JesseLeePeterson.shop. Amazing. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, WT1. He's a monthly supporter on the Rumble crew. Smart Poker on
Thank
Pill.
you, WT1.
Smart Poker. Good morning, naggers. Nagging.
As long as it's not nigga-rah-rah. Thank you.
Popcorn's a thump keg. Jesse, you've said many times a child's anger comes from the mother because she imposed her will, wasn't patient. Is that correct?
Yes.
First, I remember you telling a caller, quote, no one can make you angry. They're just bringing out what's already inside of you.
Right.
So isn't the mom or anyone else just bringing out what's already inside of the child? Why blame the mom?
No, because the child doesn't have anger until the mother imposes her will on them too mothery, angry, controlling. Then the child becomes angry and becomes just like the mother. All human beings. Amazing. Interesting. Thank you, though.
Thank you, Popcorn. Isaiah, the Uber driver, 20 coffees, very generous. Happy belated birthday. Biblical question?
Thank you. And the biblical question, does God allow you to suffer?
Yes, until we repent and want out.
Amazing. Thank you. And I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Santino, what is faster than a black running with a stolen TV? His little brother with the console.
What the black fatigue? Thank you.
Mark, good morning, Jesse, and the whole team. God bless America, and happy Friday. Amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tyrannosaurus wrecked. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning. Amazing.
Nice. Aaron G., did you guys know that the conditions of global warming, rising average temperatures globally, can occur naturally and even trigger an ice age? I didn't know that.
Me either. What the? Amazing. Have you noticed that things are getting better in my country now? Prices going down, gas prices going down, work coming back. It's happening, and Donald Trump said that it would. What manner of man is this? Not only does the wind and sea obey him, the whole world obeys him. Amazing. Thank you.
Mio is a cute dog, Kappa. No message.
Thank you.
Medi, leave Joel Friday's name alone. Doesn't matter if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. When Joel is teaching, it feels like a Friday.
There you go. Check out joelfriday.tv. And you can podcast, even though he's not on Fridays. You got enough podcasts there to take you through the weekend. Joel Friday TV.
Cesar 3 coffees. Good morning, Jesse and crew. Since I've been working on myself the past couple weeks, been staying away from stuff that makes me feel good.
Right on.
But just today after my silent prayer, notice it's not only physical things I have to stay away from, also thoughts that make me feel good, like a thought of assurance and so on.
Right on.
Happy Black Friday, y'all.
Thank you. All thoughts and all emotions, the good ones or the bad ones, are all lies all the time. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it.
Mio is a cute dog, Kappa. Jesse, I live in Manitoba. How do I stop the Aboriginal Indians to stop making fires in the woods? They're the worst. They're worse than blacks.
Be patient. Don't get angry, and you'll figure it out. You'll see what to do.
Those Aborigines.
I know, what a mess.
Gregory, good morning, Jesse and crew. God allows us to suffer the same way God allows us to overcome suffering.
Oh, that's a biblical question?
I think so.
Thank you. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. God is not willing that anyone should perish, but he wants every man to be free today. Hallelujah. Amazing. Thank you.
Eli P. with a couple of kind and generous but off-color super chats about Big Mama Michelle saying more like Big and Michelle is the reason Barack. I can't say that on the air, Eli P., but thank you for your super chats.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What the?
Greenwall with a diamond. Lord Buddha's first noble truth, there is suffering.
That's the biblical question?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greenwall.
If
with
you
your
responded
diamond.
to the biblical question, thank you. If not, thank you.
Nazulium, you can listen while dropping a Bigelow.
Amazing. Thank
I'm
you.
censoring.
Yeah.
Info with no message. Thank you.
Thank you. Did you see on Bond Cash App somebody sent a thing they want you to say it?
Oh, they want me to say that thing out loud?
Yeah, that you wouldn't say earlier.
Oh, they want me to say the thing that I wouldn't say earlier?
Yeah.
I said ask, axe. I said, I wouldn't say big A spiders. I don't see anything in that.
Let me show you.
From days back?
They sent you a message.
And is it Cash App or Buy Me a Coffee?
Cash App. From
was it something you wouldn't say
Globo
today?
Homo? Because I've said
M-A-R-K-Y. And it says, for Hake, say it. She's bitching.
That's funny.
Say it.
I'm not your trained monkey that I just say whatever you want me to say.
What is it that they want you to say?
She wants me to say that she's...
What?
I can't say it. I have to read these super chats. I'll catch up. Eli P.
Why are you turning pink?
I don't know. Eli P. When a white woman got daddy issues, they date black.
Thank you, M-A-R-K-Y. Marky?
How do you see it and I don't?
Hate can't say it.
Oh, yeah, I see. It says payment received, so it must have like a special thing. Oh, for Hake, say it. She bitchin'. Terrible. I disavow, Mark.
Thank you.
It didn't look like he had a message, but it did.
Yeah.
Everblazer, shout out to Aunt Uda and Buddha Boy. Jesse, did you see how that little black baby, quote unquote, got slammed by the cops, was so ashamed she couldn't even look at the camera? She wasn't crying, but for sure she was lying.
That's when she's crying, she's lying. I got to stop there.
We'll read the rest later, guys.
Thank you. I'm going to try to get to as many calls as possible. I want you to show you what the female spirit look like in all men. It doesn't matter what color you are. Any male that has anger and emotions, you are a female. You have your mother's nature. It's not natural for men to be and act like females. I want to show you this video of a group of young black men being asked to leave a store. Instead of complying, they argue with the security guard. Watch this from X.
Hey, do you think we give a
Look, hold on. Don't even curse. What are you talking about? Hey, don't even curse.
Y'all came to us.
Chill, don't even curse like that. Hey, they trying to kick us out, right? Because we was shopping for we didn't even take nothing. We told them to check us.
We was here yesterday. Y'all ain't say came in a group. It was more than this. Y'all saying right
now.
Hey,
chill.
Man.
You don't even have to spaz. You don't have to
spaz.
But look, y'all is racist. Yeah, hey, this dude right here, you been following me the whole time, gang. As soon as I stepped foot in this, he was following me. Hey, you weird as hell. He came out of nowhere.
Like
no, bro.
Like this.
That's
all we
goofy
did
as
was to leave. You don't
for
need to be
for
this
what? What am I leaving for, gang?
I'm not the one on
What am I
cameras.
leaving for?
I just asked
what
you
am I
to
leaving
leave
for?
the store.
You should know the reason, though, right? Yes or no?
You guys were using foul language and calling
telling
employees.
me to take my badge off, and you were threatening me. You were messing around upstairs.
What did I tell you?
Guns at each other.
What did I tell
That's
you?
the reason.
What did I tell you?
So,
what did I tell you? What did I say to you?
I'm not gonna go there.
What did I say to you, bro?
We're just asking
you
you
was
to
a
leave
goofy. Hey,
we're asking you to leave.
Get your goofy on, blood. You weird as From the moment we stepped foot in this, you was right here behind us the whole time. You was a goofy, bro. The on, bro.
Black excellence. This is why the whole world has black fatigue now. But this is the mother spirit that made a home in the boys and the girls. Forgive your mothers, black guys and girls, and you shall be free. It had nothing to do with any of this stuff. It's the black anger. It came from the mother. Bill is a first-time caller out of North Carolina. Bill, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Yes, Jesse. I just called because of I need to confront you on some of your unsubstantiated claims about South Africa.
Okay.
You've been making a lot of false claims regarding white genocide that is happening in South Africa.
Uh-huh.
And I've spoken to a lot of white people that visited South Africa, and they went there, had a good time, went to Kruger National Park, visited multiple cities, and they didn't see any genocide happening in South Africa. They are not. They are suffering from a black crime. They are suffering from a bad crime spree.
You're right.
All right?
Black crime spree. You're right.
Well, yeah, the majority. I'm gonna be honest with you. The majority of the criminals are black.
Yeah.
All right. The majority of the criminals there are black. Let's be honest. But to say that they are committing genocide, that is totally wrong. I mean, these criminals, they're opportunists. They will go after anybody that has money, that looks wealthy, whether you're a black, Indian, white, they're opportunists. All right. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't think genocide can happen in South Africa. You know why?
Why?
Because South Africa has something similar to the Second Amendment, my friend. And one of the most heavily population in South Africa are the white population. All right. Never in the history of man has a genocide happened in a country with a strong gun rights, all right, law. And South Africa has guns.
So let me ask this, and are you saying that the blacks in South Africa don't hate the whites?
I'm not going to say blacks don't hate the whites. Whites might. Some whites hate blacks. Some blacks hate whites. I mean, hate is something in every race.
Do the blacks in South Africa hate the whites?
It goes on both sides, right? I mean, whites hate blacks. Some whites hate blacks. Some blacks hate whites. I mean, come on. I can't generalize.
Do the blacks in South Africa hate the whites?
I don't think so, because they allow the former oppressor, the people that were in charge during apartheid. They didn't serve 1 day in jail. Most of the people that committed the atrocities during apartheid still walk the streets today in South Africa.
So that
freely.
justifies the blacks hating the whites in South Africa?
No, I'm saying if there was such hate in South Africa on the black side, it would be a mass slaughter. I mean, the anger.
When the government passed a law in South Africa, taking the white man's land without compensation, is that genocide?
Were the blacks compensated for the land that was taken from them hundreds of years ago?
When the government in South Africa
I'm asking you.
When the government in South Africa create a law taking the white man's land without compensation, is that genocide?
How did the whites get the land from the beginning? Can you tell me how the whites got the land?
Is that genocide?
How did the whites get the land,
That's
Jesse?
not the question. You said genocide wasn't happening.
You're trying to avoid that answer, right? You're trying to avoid that answer.
You said genocide. I'll let you talk. I was quiet. I'll let you say it all. And so I asked, when the government passed a law to take the white man's land without without compensation, is that genocide?
Jesse, I find it hard to believe that genocide is happening when South Africa tolerates Orania. Orania is an all-white city.
That's not the question.
I mean, how can they tolerate an all-white city that doesn't allow black people in?
Bill, that's not the question, Bill.
Okay, it's not genocide. It's not.
So you're saying when the government passed a law to take the white man's land without compensation, that's not genocide, right?
Not if the land was stolen.
That's not the question, Bill. When the government passed a law taking the white man's land without compensation, you're saying that's not genocide, right?
It's not genocide. It's not genocide,
when the
man.
government is chanting and with thousands of people, kill the Boer. The government is chanting, portion of the government chanting, kill the Boer, mean kill the white man. Is that genocide?
You do realize that song is a rallying cry. You do realize that song is a rallying cry that black people used during apartheid, right? It's basically symbolic.
So, Bill, you're not answering that question. You said genocide didn't exist.
Hold on, Jesse.
I'm asking you all these questions about genocide, and you won't answer. Why can't you? And I gave you a chance to speak and say what you had to say in support of no genocide happening. I'm asking you a question to prove that it is happening, and you won't answer.
That's not genocide, Jesse.
You won't answer.
It's not, I just said it's not genocide.
So
I'd rather have.
You said the
Jesse,
government passing a law to take the white man's land is not genocide, right?
It's bigger than that, man. You got to look at the underlying.
Genocide, right?
You got to read the history of South Africa, Jesse.
Bill,
you have to know the history of South Africa.
I ain't asked you about no history. I'm telling you what's happening now. And you said that's not genocide. When the government is chanting, kill the white man, you said that's not genocide. When the blacks are killing and raping and robbing white people on their farmland, they have to put up electric fences around their home, bodyguards, alarms, and all that. That's not genocide, right?
They are criminals, Jesse. They're opportunists.
So
a criminal is an opportunist.
Are you saying the black government is criminal?
I'm saying the people that are committing these atrocities on the street,
so
they're not preying on white people only.
The government is committing criminal acts on the white, but not genocide. Are you saying that?
So why is it that the whites participate in this government? White people have their own party in South Africa. They have their own party.
When they say we will march to, what's the name of that town?
Orania.
Orania. Is that genocide?
You just proved my point. They allow Orania to exist.
Bill,
how can the blacks allow? How can they tolerate
Bill,
Orania if they are committing genocide?
Bill,
how can they tolerate Orania?
Bill, have you noticed that you haven't answered one question about genocide, but yet you claim there is no genocide?
There is no. I just answered your question, Jesse. There is no genocide.
No, you didn't answer the question. May I ask again because of time?
Oh, my goodness.
No, you ain't got no goodness. When the government passed a law to take white people's land without compensation, you said that's not genocide, right?
It's not genocide.
When the government is chanting, kill the white man, that's not genocide, right?
That is not the government chanting that.
That's not the question. That was were members of the government chanting, kill the Boer.
That is a minority party. I mean, you can look at the United States.
Is that genocide, yes or no?
We have extremists here in the United States government.
Is that genocide because of time?
I'd rather them sing than act. I'd rather them sing than act.
I know you love singing and dancing, but I'm asking.
I'd rather people sing than act out.
Oh, you rather them.
The apartheid government wasn't singing.
You rather them
The apartheid government was not singing, Jesse. They were acting.
There were members of the government chanting.
The real genocide.
There were members of the government chanting to thousands of people dancing and singing.
I'd rather them chant and yell than act out what they believe in, like the white apartheid government did in the 80s. They weren't singing back then, Jesse. They were killing. They were killing back then.
I got to run because of time, but you have proven that you're not honest about genocide in South Africa.
You've proven you're a complete liar and you're Uncle Tom. That's what you've proven.
Right on. Thank you, Bill. Amazing. Super chat.
Super chats.
Mr. Zoe on pill. You said your Uncle Tom?
That's what he said.
Nice. Mr. Zoe on pill.net gifted the cookie. They black.
Thank you.
Marky Mel's got me to say the B word. R1, why, George, Lord? George is cooked. He had anger. Now he dead. Rest in peace, George.
He did. May his soul rest in peace. Amazing.
I think that's been a 5-year anniversary. If you want to do an anniversary.
We're going to celebrate that.
Anthony on Cash App. Good morning, JLPs. On Black Friday, May 30th, 2025.
Black Friday. Thank you.
Pastor Chatelet gifted a subscription, as well as others gifted subscriptions. Very kind. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Derek, 5 coffees. Biblical question answered. God does not allow you to suffer.
Thank you.
If you're suffering, you don't know your brother Jesus, and God does not know you. God's children don't suffer.
I appreciate that. I put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Happy Friday, everyone in JLP crew, says Mario Valdo. Have a blessed weekend. Much love.
Same to you. Thank you.
Next Colin Flaherty book. Don't ask the Blats for mail, says Commander Kim with a Rumble rant.
That's right. May Colin's soul rest in peace. He was an amazing person.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Commander Kim on Rumble. Eric, 3 coffees. Your mother has no love. Your mother doesn't tell you the truth. She tells you what makes you feel good. Your mother nurtures the hell in you by feeding it lies. Forgive your mother.
My mother, your mother don't love. My mother don't love you, and she loves everyone. Amazing. Thank you.
Mazga, have you noticed that emotional love never works? Biblical question.
Amazing.
On X.
Does God allow you to suffer?
God bless, Jesse, says she on X.
Thank you. Amazing.
Shout out to the top
contributors.
contributors.
They were saying that should be a good
question. Suggestion.
I thought about that too. Thank you.
Greenwall, Nazulium, Games for Rec, Wolf 336, and the rest of the supporters on the D Live crew. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pastor Chatelet gifted the cookie on Pilled. Happy Black Friday to the Coon Kingdom and Lord Goodhair.
Oh man, that's right. Thank you.
Mike Young, hey Jesse. I'm getting me some fried chicken for Black Friday when I get off work today.
I love chicken at Wallaman. Amazing.
Very nice. Thanks again to the Cash App people, including Anthony and Marky Mills. Thank you to the coffee givers. And thank you guys. I do believe that may be all for now.
Right on. We made it.
Impressive.
Wow. Oh, Lord. Well, there's a will, there's a way.
Took all week, but we caught up.
We got it. Thank you all. I appreciate it. And we are out of time. Work on you, folks. And remember, anyone that's depressed, when they say, oh, I feel depression, they're saying, I'm evil. They're angry. All anger is evil. Overcome the anger, you would never have depression again, or any type of emotion like that. Amazing. Have a good weekend. I'll see you on Sunday. The Hake Report coming up now, and then the FallenState.tv, and then the American Anchor Baby. Thank you for your super chats and all of your support. Bye. Now, I totally disagree with the way things are going, but you can't be angry because that's what the enemy wants. He wants to control you. They do things to make you mad so they can control you. It's like being married, and the wife would do things to make you mad, or she'll do things to make you feel good. And men do that to women too when they want something from the woman, especially sex. They'll make her feel good, or they'll make her angry. And the woman's gonna have to say, you don't want to be angry. You want to speak up. You want to disagree with what's going on. It's wrong, but do not be angry. Then you won't have fear. You won't have doubt. You won't have worries. You'll be able to see, but you got to stay away from anger. That's why you must forgive your mothers and your fathers so that you can overcome the spirit of anger. It's a spirit and it's wicked. Nothing good in anger because it has no love, folks. You need love to defeat evil. And love is not a weakness. It's a strength. It's from God. It's His nature. You can't run from evil within yourself or outside of self. You got to deal with it. And you need good in order to deal with evil. And God is good. You need to return to the Father. And you'll see within you, He will fight the battle for you. And He will fight it without, because He will show you how to deal with it. And you will have no fear. Love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your might, along with nothing else. Nothing else means yourself, your children, your wife, your things, your ego, your reputation, and all that. You can't care about any of that. The children of anger will use it to control you. But if you love God, he will renew your mind, and none of those things will be before him. And so when they go after you, oh, well, you may take my body, you may take my things, but you're not going to take my soul. And that's a true reality.